Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Good evening, reality skewed gamers. I have killed Ranger J 1999 and replaced him, for I am Revan. And joining me is the other crew who have spared their lives. Joining me tonight we have the dumbass troll, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
Very nice to meet you, Dark Helmet.
It's Darth Revan, dickhole. Get it right. Also joining us tonight, who has no brain matter whatsoever, it's Grande Pappy Verge Patron. Pick a name!
Thanks for introducing me, Sidekick Ranger. Much
It's Darth
appreciated.
Revan, piece of filth. After I get done here and can breathe normally again, I'm going to kill Grande live on the stream by taking this lightsaber and sticking it straight up his third point of contact. It shall be most amusing. Also joining us is the lovely Tis McAdam. Hi, Tits. You're muted.
Hi.
And
Hello.
last but not least, my nemesis, the lightsaber builder himself, Loki.
Hi there.
Loki, you're the only one. Yes.
I hope you charge the batteries in your lightsaber.
I did, with the trusty charger thingy you sent me.
Thanks, Deadpool Kyle.
I have long-lasting power in my lightsaber.
He says, "Good evening, all. Happy Hump Day. Let's get the donation."
This is
train
not the
started."
hall.
And then he goes, "Wait, wrong place. Hey, RSGers, love the Revan Costume Ranger.
I can't see
Yay for the
anything.
Supreme Leader Fenn.
I have no idea what I'm looking at right now.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you for the
Bye.
donations. Very much appreciated. It shall go toward the Grande Must Die Immediately Fund.
That's it, right there. The Grande Must Die Fund.
Now, I'm having problems talking, so I'm going to let somebody else intro the show a little bit here. Grande or someone, can you, intro stuff? I can't see.
Here, Big Venom is getting a lot of love for her glasses.
Aw.
Yes.
Morgan says that you're OP and need a nerf.
Aw,
And Grim
you guys.
gave you the little heart eye for your glasses
These are
and everything. are
new,
awesome.
so I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And of course, Helmix. He's all happy that you're there now, and it says you're looking extra wonderful tonight.
We missed Helix last time.
Contention 33. Chugga choo choo. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Word homie. There
All right.
Our power base is growing in the dark side of the Force.
Who's that sexy librarian?
That's my other apprentice,
His name's
Tits
Grande.
McVenom. No, Grande sucks. He has no Force abilities. Other than
There's
to
that
be
fucking
annoying.
Coming right there, though.
And Vito Anto is also very happy to see you.
Welcome to the Wednesday night stream, the longest running Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I had to think about that really quickly. What do I say next? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, so
I'm
be
joking,
that
guys.
you
I'm
look-
joking. I can see fine. I can't really see, but I know what I'm saying. So welcome to the Wednesday night stream, guys. Yes.
Helmet and every.
What? Who's?
You are dark.
Great. I can't hear you, Finn. You're kind of going in and out. Use your big
Am I
boy
really?
voice, clone.
You were a little bit.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out. So for tonight, welcome to the Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Hero community. I am Ranger J 1999, your host and sweaty professional. And this is our stream where we break down the latest and greatest of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes and give you a little bit of insight and what it all means. And you can see I'm dressed as our Lord and Savior, Darth Revan. May forever he rule. Even though he's dead, but he'll still rule. So it's all good. And we shall take all the skewers and make them revanchize. It is all good. Now, if you're new to the stream, we got some mechanisms to get knocked out. So the first thing we got to do is we got to say, do us a favor. If you like the content, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. What are you waiting for? Just stop. What are you doing? Just quit looking at the damn screen and hit the damn thumbs up and subscribe thing. And then also, if you could please join us on Twitch, that would be wonderful as well. Subscribe and follow us on Twitch. Yeah, and then we have our Patreon. You get a lot of cool stuff for being a Patreon supporter. So if you'd like to become a Patreon supporter because you like the content, then please go ahead and become a Patreon sponsor. That being said, welcome to the show. My God in heaven, do we have a lot to get to tonight? And it's a plethora of things. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get the shout-outs going. So, Finnadoodle, Dr. Finn, the pain in my ass. What is the shout-out word of the day?
The shout out word of the day is clone. CLONE. Clone.
Mm-hmm. Listen, we need to clone Grande so he can kill the other Grande. And we'll make a better Grande.
Can I clone some Karth shards too?
I mean, I guess we could. I mean, Revenator just donated, but I can't see the message. Someone of my minions read that to me.
It says it's Porglammatic in here in the.
How dare you, sir? Oh,
$2. Thank you, Revenator.
you're correct. There are porgs dropping into the bucket. Thank you very much. And if you guys notice that anytime you do a donation, we get lots of little cool stuff that drops from the air. And we've got the Vader Cup of Plenty, my sire, who will one day rule the galaxy with the Emperor. But that's another story. And if you would like to donate anything like $2 or $3 or $20, $20 and 1 cent more gets the Pickle Extravaganza, which drops the giant pickles into the cup that shoots the load inside the cup all over the screen. And I think like $3 and 1 cent to 20 gets you like the poop-filled baby rangers. And then after that we've got, if I remember, $3 or less is porg. So there you go. So we have different levels of different things you can get. Now, that was the shout-out word of the day. If you want your name shouted out, make sure you type clone. CLONE. We are not going to let Grande spell the word, for he is dumb, but smart at the same time. And put that in there, and we will shout out your names. So there you go. We also like to do Twitter, don't we, Dr. Finn?
Is anybody else having a hard time understanding Ranger?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's
I-
all.
It sounds like Dark Helmet.
Okay, that's about all I can take.
It
Wow!
really does. I'm
Okay.
going to hear him say jam. Jam.
Nobody gives me the raspberry. There we go. Now I can breathe again. Jesus. All right.
That was pretty funny.
All right, there we go. I did that for you guys, and I think I just sweated 25 pounds of flesh off of my skin, so that's a good thing, you know. So I mean, there you go.
But it's a super cool costume, though.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
cool.
You
Yes,
look
it is.
really good
So
in it.
I had to do it for you guys. Wow, I'm just buckets of sweater coming off me right now. But yes, if you could get your word in, and we will shout out your names. And then we've got a Twitter question of the day. And Finn, what is the question that we are posing to our fans out there?
All right. So our Twitter question is, what clones do you think will be coming next into the game, and why? So head on to our Twitter. The handle is Reality.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
No
Who just did
vowels
that?
in the Skewed.
Slash Slash Van Rhodes just typed it perfectly in chat.
Hmm.
Just gonna say that.
UV.
No, he typed
I
it.
spelled it too, so there is no excuse to type cologne. I'm just saying.
He typed it Cologne.
Yeah.
Cologne. Cologne.
I told you how to spell it. Clone.
Yeah,
So if
buddy.
you don't get your name shouted out, don't come bitching to us because we just won't
I
care.
love how Slash Van Rhodes wrote it just now. That rocks.
Okay, there we go. I finally can breathe normally. Ah, fresh air. Get like a voice air breather for that damn thing. All right. Well, thank you, Helenix. Now, go ahead and get your responses on Twitter. At the end of the show, we will round those all up, and we'll let the lovely Tits McVenom pick the ones she likes the best. It's always fun. And then, so also, if you have questions, we also will be collecting questions. Dr. Finn will collect those. And make sure you put question in front of your statement. If you don't, then we won't scoop it up, and that's on you, not us. So help us, help you, help us, help you. So there you go. So there you go. The cup is filling over. We're ready to rock and roll. We've got everything set up nice and neat for you guys. It's time to have another Hump Day Wednesday Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes show with the best crew on the damn planet. And that is us, of course. So let's knock it out. Let's just get into it. I don't know how else there's a crap ton of information. Oh, we got to do do we want to do the shout outs or wait till everybody gets the shout out and Finn?
We can just wait. You want to start?
Let's do the patron shout outs and then we'll
There you
collect
go.
the
Okay.
other
Good with
ones
that.
after.
That's
Now
good.
we'll let the lovely McVenom read the shout outs
We'll
because
do the shout out word of the day shout outs at the Meta Report.
Okay, we'll do that. So if you'd like to shout out our Patreons, Miss McVie, that would be very lovely.
Okay, our Patreons are Chaos, Chopper BZ, Clone Troop, Contingent 33, Dark Might, Dark Teflon.
Wait. You're reading from the image.
Yeah.
Those are only our gold patrons, aren't they?
Well, you didn't post anything else.
Yeah, I did. Scroll up. Just above the picture. Just above the picture, there's a whole list.
All right.
Oh, I see him now.
And scene.
I see him. I should have put my glasses on, apparently.
I would do the exact same thing, so it's fine. Go right ahead.
I was just reading them from the screen. Okay. Alux 12, B Masu, Chaos 13, Chopper BZ, Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, Dangerfield, Darth Mike, Darth Teflon, Darth Allen 0885, Darth Bob, Deadpool Kyle 28, Drewman 95, Hogzilla, I Bong Hard, It Poops Bombs.
I love those two. I love them.
Every time I say it, I can't help but smile. Jai Jack Canna, Maz Kanata, Moss Mike, Ouchie Dumpling, Ray Rock, Riverboy 12, Rose Taco, Revenator, Sanely Red, Shadow Veil, Sith Lord, Slash Van Rhodes, Spaceman Tim, Telewack, Tenebrous, Thane Kyrell, The Tor, Walter Arnold, and Zarathustra.
All right. Very nice.
Last call for shout out word of the day, which is clone, CLONE. Last
not
call.
cologne.
No, it's not cologne. Stop saying that.
No, I'm saying that because Grandi's dumbass said it, and I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. This is why we don't let him read anymore. Or say things.
CLONE.
Or pretty much do anything,
Clone.
yes.
That is the shout out word of the day. I'm going to pick up the list in 1 minute from when I'm saying it, which is going to be like 45 seconds from when you guys hear it. So make sure you get it in there, and then if you don't get it, shout out. It's probably because you didn't get it in time.
All right. All right. So let us begin. We have our first topic of the day. Phil,
Ranger is lag spiking.
that's not us. I'm telling you, man, it ain't us.
No. So, really quick, guys, there's been issues with YouTube now, I think all day. Someone mentioned that Warrior was having issues before, too. So, yeah, bear with us. I don't think we're having issues from what I can tell. It's an issue with YouTube.
Yeah, so if it happens, guys, just refresh your page and just give it a second. It'll pop back up. So there's nothing we can do. It's not us on our end. It's a YouTube thing. It happened with Warrior and some other people today that they were like, my screen's fine. What the hell you mean? So So there we go. So let's get into it, man. They have been dropping some serious stuff this week, and so much to cover, so much to do, so much is going on in the neighborhood. So, Finn, what's first?
Let's start with the content update.
All right, content update 6/4/2019. And who do we want to have read? Or just, well, we just want to do the general synopsis of this stuff, right?
Just general synopsis, right?
All right.
Yeah, because we're going to go through a lot of these in detail.
Yeah, if we try to read all these tonight, guys, we'll be here till like 12 o'clock.
Let's do it, just skim through.
So really, in here we get the introduction of Shaak Ti.
Right.
There were some changes that there's going to be double drops and other things for different areas of the game on certain dates. You can go find that. We had some announcement of Bastilla on the bench. Title's been added for a very special player. Congrats. Updated standalone in the Sith Triumphant Raid Phase 3. And then we've got the Marquee coming in, which is June 6th, which will be tomorrow, where you can get Shaak Ti. There's some new packs and bundles that are in the store as well. Of course, the other one is Jedi Overseer for Shaak Ti. I think that's the one like before. What is the crystal price now? $14.99 or $20? I can't remember what it is. They put crystals in it. So, and then you got the one where you can get Shaak Ti shards, $25.99 crystals, with at least 15 and up to 330. And then they got the one for lower. I think that's 5 to 330 for $12.99 crystals.
So a couple of like big things here, and then one thing to discuss amongst the crew here. So don't forget double drops starting on the 8th, right? There's a whole schedule of double drops for the entire month of June. So there's double drops with Hard Nose from the 8th to 10th. There's Cantina battles from the 11th to 13th. There's Fleet battles from 14 to 16, and you can go through that post and kind of find all the different double drops. So make sure that you are getting yourself prepared for those. If you guys want to start gathering energy and stuff as they get closer, then make sure you start doing that. Take advantage of those, especially if you need some of the characters. That being said, with one of the packs, there's been a lot of discussion about it, so I'm curious what everyone thinks. And it is the Squad Arena bundles that they put in the store. So these are packs that are basically selling Squad Arena currency. So they have a $9.99 US pack that gives 2,000 Squad Arena currency and 200 crystals, and some training droids and ability mats and stuff, but no Omegas that I saw in there. And then there's a $29.99 pack that gives 7,000 Squad Arena currency and 700 crystals with training droids and ability mats. So what do you guys think about those packs? And overall, what do you think is the reason for those packs? Because I think, in general, we would not advise anyone to buy those packs. So with that in mind, why do you think they introduced these packs in the game? Let's start with Grande.
To trivialize Squad Arena for some people. That's why I think they did it.
Interesting.
Trivialize? Do you mean like make it unnecessary kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Carrie's mentioned 3 times that she wants to lower Squad Arena's importance. She's mentioned it on Reddit, she's mentioned it in her Twitter, and then she mentioned it in the Q&A. You know, if she had mentioned it just once, I would say, okay, you know, it was just a passing thing. It's not a passing thing. Here's the dangerous part about that. Know your customer, right? Know your customer and provide them with what they like. You have a large portion of the customer base that likes Squad Arena and likes it a lot. Why would you actively trivialize something that your customer base is willing to spend money on? That's what I don't understand.
Maybe it's not sustainable.
I mean, it's possible it's not sustainable, but I would say that whoever would say it's not sustainable is making an educated guess at saying it's not sustainable. They're not actually going at that from knowledge.
Unless they're trying to make that go away so that they can introduce something else that they can get even more revenue on.
Right.
To replace it.
Right. What you're saying is that, yeah, here's the challenges again, right? They got a lot of stuff they got to fix with GAC for that to happen, right? First of all, you gotta fix the hacks and the bugs. And there's two different versions of hacks and there's two different versions of bugs. So, and I'm going to tell you, so that's 4 items that have to get fixed before we would say that mode is now something that I would suggest someone spend a ton of money in. I mean, we've got a mod swapping bug. I'm not going to call it a hack. We have APK hacking, and we have no way for anyone to tell what someone else is beating your squads with, which means, and we have no way to report someone that we think is hacking or we think has actually APK hacked. So they've got a lot of. I know they said in one of their other posts they're going to fix it. They've got a fix for it. To be determined. To be determined. And them saying they fixed it and them actually fixing it are two totally different things. As far as I'm concerned, the same problem that we had in tournaments is available in GAC today. They have not fixed something that was a problem almost 2.5 years ago.
And I blame Finn.
That's interesting. I didn't think of it from that perspective, Grande. So let me ask you something before
let me get the other side of it. So they launched GA. It's been very popular. It's more popular than Arena in the sense that the arena's stale. People hate Fleet Arena and they're sick of Squad Arena. So maybe they're looking at it like, yeah, there's problems that you mentioned. Maybe they're looking at it like this could lead the game to in the future where it's more about your teams than it is one individual team that you get to claim rewards for. Maybe that's where they're coming from it. So, but irregardless of me saying that, if they don't get this fixed and announce some kind of what they've done to fix this before the Grand Arena Championships happens, people are just not going to be satisfied. Can we all agree that that's just, they've got to get this addressed and recognized and taken care of before they launch something this big?
Totally agree. And it's a 4-prong problem, right? It's not, you can't just say, oh, it's just the mod swapping or it's just the APK hacking. I mean, you can't. I mean, there's 4 pieces to this thing that I see that are wrong with it, and you gotta look at all 4 pieces of this, right? And if they don't take a holistic approach to fixing it, we're gonna be back where we were, 6 months ago.
Yeah, I mean. So
I think it's interesting, though, Grande, the direction that you were looking at it, because I was looking at it at a completely different reason as to why they put it there. So I'm intrigued by your thought, and it actually makes sense, right? That we have heard that they're trying to kind of maybe phase out Squad Arena. And I think with what Ranger said, it clarified a little bit of what I was going to ask you with regards to people actually liking Grand Arena. I'm not sure too many people like Grand Arena so much as the payout because they get used to the crystal income, right? Right now, Squad Arena is just Darth Revan versus Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan, or Jedi Knight Revan versus Darth Revan for the most part, right? I mean, we have
mirror
some people
matches,
Padme, some people using, well, it's not full mirror matches because you still have a lot of people that don't have Darth Revan, and that's probably going to change in a couple weeks. Where whoever's getting Darth Revan the first time, will get it the second time.
Yeah,
but
Molly
I was thinking,
thinks the Mac targeted new players, and
exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's what I think. I think they're trying to hook new players in by getting them a taste of that high-ranking fleet.
And not just that, right? Like the $10 pack. I mean, we wouldn't necessarily say it's the best bargain to spend $10 for 25 shards, right? Because that's effectively what you get with that $9.99 pack. But it's for characters that are exclusive to just Squad Arena that you don't have any other access to. So that's part of it, but the other part is the prestige that you get. We know that they're getting new ships, right? And if you buy the 30 pack and the 10 pack, you get 9,000 of the arena shard currency, which is enough for 150 of the ship prestige, which is enough for kind of getting the last level of one of the abilities. And so potentially with the new capital ships coming, while I still don't think that these packs have the best value for you, because I just don't think the ratio of the price is correct, I think that a lot of this is just based on the fact that they're trying to give Arena Shard currency based on the fact that you get the Arena Shard currency, which otherwise you don't get, especially if you're not in the top of Arena. so you can get the
Daniel Berrigan
shark characters.
makes a great point. Using it for character shards is probably a bad idea because you could actually buy those same character shards for crystals, and it would actually be cheaper.
Yeah.
So
I think the prestige is the way that you go with these. If you're gonna get this pack, I think it's for the ship prestige, so you can get that one extra max level ability upgrade on your hopefully new capital ship. So
All right.
that's
aren't most people walking around with like 3,500 prestige?
No, veterans are, Grande. That's the problem, right? We need to make sure we're looking at it from all directions because newer players are still farming Akbar, Leia. Now they might be working on Newt Gunray because they see what's happening with the Separatists in order to prepare for Padme.
$30 for 100 prestige is crap.
Yes,
totally
I'm not saying it's a good deal. Yeah, it's definitely not a good deal. But there are still a lot of newer players that don't have like the stash of arena currency that we do, right? Newer players are spending it on all of the characters.
But are they spending it because they don't understand that it's crap, or are they spending it just because it's there and they want to get up high?
I'm going to tell you, I
think they're spending the money, or if they're spending their arena currency.
I mean, I could never recommend to any player in this game to spend $30 on that pack, or $10.
I wouldn't either.
Pack. I mean, it's a terrible deal.
Yeah. I agree that it's a bad deal, but I think the reason is for prestige with the...
I mean, everything in there you can get for cheaper.
Yeah. But what were you saying, McVenom, about the spending? Were you talking about the money for the pack or about the...
Yeah, I was thinking about the money for the pack because I think a lot of people spend in the beginning because they don't understand whether it's good or bad. And I'm wondering if that's people doing that, or is it people like starting new accounts and wanting to jump up in shard even by a little bit, you know?
The people that I think are most likely to buy the packs are probably the newer players that are struggling to get maybe even into the top 200 in Arena, that are now able to accumulate a lot of Arena Shard currency for a cost if they don't mind spending. Right, so it's not necessarily the whales, but it's the every now and then type of spender that's willing to spend $10 here, $20 there, that has been low in Arena, that all of a sudden is like, oh, well, I can get all this extra Arena currency because it would take me like a whole week in order to get 200 currency otherwise. So it's like, yay, I can buy it. And they may not follow people that look at all the prices and what they can do like we do, right? If somebody asked us, I think all of us would say, yeah, don't buy it. It's not worth it. But I think it's for those that may not be as into the game and just see it as a way to get Arena Shard currency.
I think that pack is. I think that's a trolley pack, and it's for idiot people who buy that pack.
I'm not gonna say idiots. I think it's for people that aren't as into the game and the
or people that have tons of money to spend that it doesn't really matter. So
I'm not gonna call them idiots for buying. That's
yeah.
That's right. It's not what we would recommend.
Friday will. Apparently.
I'm just saying, I cannot come up with a good logical reason to buy that pack. I mean,
you can't, but you know how much we look into the game and analyze this stuff?
A lot of people can't find a logical reason that I spend like $40 in the Dollar Tree on candles, so.
I'm just saying, if someone said I got $40 to spend, I cannot think of a person.
I'm buying crack.
That I would say, oh, this is a great idea. Let's buy that pack.
Or heroin, something.
No, I wouldn't. I think it's mainly gonna get those that are like not as informed as other people are.
Dude, my alt account can get 7K in freaking my alt account.
Yes,
right,
Grande, but you're more experienced. You know that there's casual people that are willing to spend.
So here you go. If this was a pack for ignorant people, why wouldn't you put out this pack for ignorant people when like a new cartoon or a new TV show or a new movie comes out? Then
there's
you got
a new capital ship coming.
Well, then you got a bunch of nincompoops, right? When you get a bunch of nincompoops, I mean,
I don't think. Yeah,
I don't understand it.
Can you say that word again?
Nincompoop.
He called the people poop.
Bless your heart.
All right. Next thing we move on to. It gets better and better, folks. So stay locked in. We're just getting started.
Let's see which group of people Grande insults next. Yes. All right, let's go. Let's talk about Gear 12 finishers.
Great.
All right. So, as you guys may have seen in the question and answer session that the devs had, they had a question regarding were they going to add Gear 12 or are they going to add levels? And they said they didn't have anything for levels, but they were going to add Gear 12 finishers. We got clarification from Carrie, so you are going to be able to push that button and get to level or Gear level 13.
Finn actually used the RC account and said, "Listen, Carrie, you better give us the damn answer right now." And she
He
was
I
like,
said
did.
no
"Oh,
such
no,
thing.
no."
Oh, it was pretty impressive though. You managed to finagle a question, get an answer out of
Did
them.
get an answer from last.
Carrie is good on
I know.
Twitter.
I'm just giving Finn a
You
hard
just have to
time.
be nice. Some people are just mean.
I know.
But yeah. So and it all was amongst all this talk that the game is ending and everything is and the world is about to blow up because Galaxy of Heroes isn't going to be around anymore and all that other kind of nonsense videos that were out there. But that being said, so now we know that Gear 13 is going to come.
Yes.
And so what we have next is an overview from Crumb about the Gear 12 finishers. And there's a few different pieces to this. I don't know what the best way you want to go about this is, Ranger.
Just bring it all. Just kind of give the bullet points. I mean, just talk about it in general. What he said. I don't want to cover each one. But again, I don't want to be here till midnight. So let's.
Well, so the first here, I'm going to talk about it just for a minute.
Mhm.
He did talk about one of the things that we said, which is G12 finishers. Will take your characters to G13, and it means that mods will make the characters much better than where they were before. That was probably the first one, the big thing here. And we've given this example before. He gave the Grievous example. We've given the example of Jolie. There's a couple other characters that will do incredibly well from going from G12 to G13 because of all of the gear at G12 will now be calculated into the mods, right? It's probably the big thing.
Yes.
Did you see the other piece that he put in there though?
Which other piece?
That he wrote that's before factoring in the 13,200 health he gained
Correct.
from his Gear 12 finisher.
Correct. So there is a Gear
13,000 health from a Gear 12 finisher.
there's 3 different Gear 12 finishers, and it appears that you will get parts and pieces. You'll get salvage pieces from the Geo Raid and salvage pieces from Grand Arena Championships. So it sounds like you'll either get them as rewards or you'll get them in those 2 stores. To be determined. Protection update to older units. A bunch of characters basically get screwed up with Gear 13, and it's like 90 some characters it's basically all the old characters, right? And then what else? There are some the gear recipe changes. There was only one G12 piece for each character, which is called a power cell injector. However, each character uses one of 3 different recipes, which each template requires their own unique components and pieces in addition to the other existing ingredients. In addition to other existing ingredients is really important. So there are 3 new salvage pieces, but you also have to add it with some other stuff. So they get one of 3 pieces, but it's made from different ingredients. You should expect Carbanti's stun guns, stun cups, golden eyeballs to be in those ingredients. Go ahead and expect all the hard stuff to be in those ingredients. It's not just going to be a combination of those 3 pieces. And then they show us what G13 looks like, which basically it's like flame from orange to yellow.
I thought it looks cool.
I'm not going to say it doesn't look cool. It does sort of look cool, but it's, I got to see it on my own device, but I don't know. It's okay, right? It wouldn't be my first choice. Wouldn't be my last choice. It's definitely simple-ish, but I mean, it's okay. It's not, I'm sure somebody else created a better idea for G13 that wasn't done. I mean, we could
have you seen the portrait colors?
Who?
Have you seen the color of like the new Gear 13 portraits? Like they're
Yeah, I saw it.
doesn't it remind you of like Magic the Gathering cards going from like a rare to a mythic in terms of the color, like the gold to the orangey red?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that was
It's
what
kind
I
of
first.
I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like foily, right? I mean, it changes colors.
Mhm.
So. I don't
Yeah.
know what that means, but yeah, it's
Foily.
it's all right. I mean, you know,
It just looks strange.
yeah, it's
but-
definitely eye catching. I mean, if you see it. In
Oh,
arena
yeah,
or
it catches
something,
your
you're
eye,
gonna
all right.
Definitely notice it. Yeah.
We're like, what is that?
Anyway, I think the devil's in the details on the recipes. I think the devil's in the details on what actually gets added to each character. And I think the devil is also in the details on exactly these protection value updates that happen to all of these characters. Some of these, all these characters are not going to get pushed the same way. And since they're not going to be pushed the same way, it means somebody's going to become OP and someone's going to suck. But that's my take on it. Did I synopsis that enough, Affinity, or did you think of something else?
Pretty
No,
good. Pretty
I want to.
good.
If we have an issue with color, we have to ask Miss McVenom what she thinks about the colors. That's
Yes,
what's her
she is our color
I have a
consultant.
feeling she's not gonna like it.
It wouldn't be my first. Red is my favorite color, but it's not red. It's like a weird.
It's more orangey at the top.
Yeah, and orange is probably one of my least favorite. So I would probably went with a platinum or something. I like Ray Rock's idea, the platinum, something super silvery, or like a diamond effect.
Why isn't
Ooh.
there like an animation? Like, why isn't it not animated somehow?
Like with a
Right?
gift that just
Probably
says
kill
win.
your phone.
Like,
Yeah.
like shimmery.
Probably.
If you have like a 5, as soon as like somebody gets to like the 6 million or whatever that you can get with every character at Gear 13, like your whole screen is just gonna like lag out your entire phone because your whole phone is shimmering. It's gonna be what's found at.
They could do like a diamond looking, like platinum diamond looking effect without it being shimmery. You know what I'm saying? Like make it look 3D in a way.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It probably wouldn't have been my first choice either, but I do kind of like it.
Well, that's because you like orange. Orange is like your favorite color.
It kind of is.
So
It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite. Yeah. So I like it. I like the cool like flamey look.
All right.
Yeah,
So Gear 13, 12 plus, last piece, and Gear 13 is here, guys. So whether we like it or not, it's come. So we will have to deal with it. Now, it's interesting what the drop rate and stuff is going to be from Grand Arena Championships, the new Geonosis Territory Battle, what that's going to look like. Will they offer any packs to entice people to buy to try to get to 13? We'll see. So
There is all the way at the bottom, the characters that have had their protection values increased as part of the release of Gear 12. It's like almost friggin' every character.
yeah.
Like I don't know if you went through.
Why did you do? Why did you?
Some,
Yeah.
90 some characters, man.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like almost, it's like almost all of like the major characters have their protection increased. It's craziness. But yeah, that'll be kind of interesting to see which of these are really going to end up having the biggest impact with their protection increase. Some of them didn't have it that I was looking for. Zalbar didn't have it. L3 didn't have it. Kenobi didn't have it. A lot of the tanks weren't on this list. but
Those
they
are
were
all
still-
characters that have been reworked, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I that may have been what they were focusing on, and a lot of the bounty hunters weren't on there. Boba Fett was, but Bosk was not. So it'll be interesting to see.
Bosk is a new character. It was like older characters that got put on.
Yeah, but they reworked Boba Fett and the other bounty hunters at that time too, right? And they do have Greedo on here, and I think they have Zam. Yeah, they have Zam on here too. They don't have Django, who's newer. So yeah, maybe it is that the later ones they had correctly set up, and then the older ones they just had to adjust. But it'll be interesting to see how this all works out, especially with mods once you hit Gear 13.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. But it's here, and we're going to have to deal with it. All right, next thing, Dr. Finn.
All right, so next up is... Hold on, I just lost the link. So we had a server update earlier in the week, but this is now heading into Grand Arena. So there was a server
Grand-
update on the 30th.
Grand Arena Championships, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they did have an update on the 30th, which was for Grand Arena. And they were fixing some issues with banners. And they were fixing some issues with ships. They had a few fixes that were coming in order to fix Grand Arena. But then, Grand Arena just went away. Just got rid of it completely.
It is no more.
And so now they are working on getting Grand Arena championships together.
And
So we have an overview of Grand Arena Championship.
here we go. Here we go. Oh boy.
You want to talk about this, Ranger? Because I know you've gone through this.
Not really, but okay, so they talk in an overview. It's just an overview of like how it's going to work, things of that nature. It's really about the different leagues, how you get to Kyber, all this kind of stuff. There's still a lot of questions still left with this, right? Some stuff they said they were going to cover feats and bragging rights, new Grand Arena currency, GP divisions, leaderboards and rewards, exhibition championship schedule and format, competitive integrity, and anti-cheating. Now that's the one that caught my eye. So how are they going to? What are they going to post about competitive integrity and anti-cheating? Because Grandi brought this up previously, right? That was one of his big things in the pre.
I'm telling you, I mean, I harp
They've
on it
got
like a
to,
broken record.
yeah. So it kind of just gives you a synopsis and a breakdown of how this is going to work. And there's still a lot of questions that I have more than anything. So it's just an introduction into how this is going to work, right? You win, you get banners. You can do some feats, you get some banners. If you lose, you might still get some banners. And you just work up to each level, each league. They each have different prizes. And as you work your way up to the highest being Kyber, it increases your rewards and things of that nature. Now, there will also be quests and other things associated with this that you can do, like defeat someone with like less than 5 squad, things of that nature, that you can get more currency. We know there's going to be a new currency coming in there on top of the loot boxes and things that are coming with the Grand Arena Championships. Still no idea how the matchmaking is going to work. Still no idea about a lot of things, but just gives you an idea of how you will climb, and then that's basically what we got from this post. And more about, here's a basic idea of how this is going to work. There's a lot of questions, but these are the stuff we'll cover later on after this. Tits, you look like you want to say something.
Mm-mm.
You're kind of going,
Am I?
yeah.
My coffee's cold.
Oh. Okay. Finn, Grande, Loki, McVenom.
I mean, I think the biggest part about, I mean, this is neat, right? Again, everything's in the details, right? How, first of all, how are they actually fixing cheating? That's cool that they said they are, but how are they really going to do it? What's really going to, make this thing awesome for everybody? Is it really going to work like how they think it's going to work? Did they do enough testing on it? I mean, these are all things that I'm not really sure about. I don't want to do something that creates a ton of work for 3 individuals, because there's no way, if we have 90,000 daily players, that that three guys or 3 ladies or three humans can look at, if you have 90,000, that means we have 45,000 GA matches or GAC matches. There's no way they can look at even a smattering of those, right? They can't even look at 10% of those before the next one happens. So they really gotta they've got to find a way where effectively not cheating is built in, and where it doesn't take a human to look at a data set to figure it out, where basically the other player can figure it out, and it's blatantly freaking obvious that someone didn't do the right thing.
Loki, you cheat all the time. What do you think?
Man, you don't have to cheat when you have skills like that.
You don't ever cheat,
I
man.
know. Loki just walks in the room and wins cash. Straight cash, homie.
No, I ran out of all my refund requests with that.
You ran out.
I'm pay to play now. Damn it.
They're like, wait till next year.
Mm-hmm. And then the grind will be like, Loki will be like, I got it. I got that cheddar for you. But yeah, so there's an introduction. Some of the things they did mention was like, you will not drop rank for losing, so you won't gain as many points to climb, so you won't climb as fast. You'll get some points, but it's for me, just looking at this initially, it's like you climb, you get to Kyber, one way or the other. I don't know how they're going to do the matchmaking and stuff, but once you get to Kyber, you won't drop out of there, and then you get rewards, and then there's bragging rights, like once you're in Kyber, who's the best in Kyber based, maybe you're in a division or based on your GP level,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So that's where I'm kind of thinking this is going to go. And
I'm with you.
So when I looked at this, I'm like, okay, this is how they're going to do it. So you can fight and win. You stay in your same GP kind of category. They'll have different levels of GP categories, and then from there you climb up the ranks. And once you get to a certain level, you get to so the Kyber, you stay there. But who has the top rank? Maybe they're going to offer rewards based off where you are in that Kyber class. Let's say you're in Kyber. It's like where you rank based off your GP, things of that nature. Maybe some additional rewards. I don't know yet. There's still some things that are ambiguous that I don't have answers to from this post. So there's a lot there going on. So, oof.
Again, it's all in the details, man.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, we tend to get really excited about whenever we see it at this point, and we should get excited about it right now.
I am excited for Grand Arena Championships.
I am too. I just, like I said, right? They've got to do these couple of core pieces right. I think how they do feats and how much feats are weighted into what happens in Grand Arena Championships matters. I think because here's the reason why it matters. You got a guy that's 1.1 mil. He can probably do the feats a whole lot easier than someone that's going for uber efficiency at 5.1 mil versus 1.1 mil.
Yeah.
So we can't have it where the quote unquote greatest player in the galaxy is a 1.1 million player who was able to beat teams who was able to use a mace fleet on offense and win, right? Against, because that's, you're never going to take a mace fleet up against a maxed out OP MILF team. That's not going to work. I mean, and that's one of their examples, isn't it? I mean, that's one of their examples of feats is basically that. And I'm like, there's no way. Here's the other way too, is taking an underpowered squad, right? Well, that works sometimes, right? Wampa might work, Nest might work. But effectively what you're telling them is a lot of the players that have played for a long time realize don't put teams out there that can, don't put Ewoks out there because that somebody could put Nest against them. Don't put Phoenix out there because they'll get Wampa to death. So people at the higher rank, at the higher GP level that have been playing the game for a little while, realize to not put Phoenix and not put Ewoks on defense. They just don't do it, right? I mean, when was the last time you put Phoenix or Ewoks on defense, Ranger? You put them on defense all the time?
January 3rd, 2016.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, right?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, you don't do it. I mean, you don't do it because you know how you would fight it, right?
Yeah, that's why I've won all the grand arenas that I have.
Right. But you see the point I'm making.
I know.
Right?
That's why I try to show people with the grand arena the counters,
Yeah.
what teams you should use on defense, what are the top teams on defense. So if you hasn't watched any of our videos on Grand Arena, watch them. It gives you a sense. I put the same defenses down on purpose, and I don't change it so you guys can see how effective they are, what's working, what's not working, things of that nature, why you use the teams on offense, and why you shouldn't do some of the things that you do that I see people, when they put their defense down, it's like, all right, this is kind of the strategy they went for. This is why some of it's good, some of it's bad. So
exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. So I feel like that, if feats are 50% of it, it's going to incentivize.
I don't think they are.
If feats are 25%, it may even be a problem, right? I mean, I feel like there's got to be a number in there, right, that makes sense, and a number in there that doesn't make sense.
I think
is.
We'll see. I think the feats will be part of more about the loot and getting those extra stuff that you need for gear and things of that nature. I don't think it's going to be as effective on your rank. I mean, other than
they straight up say it competing feats.
They showed it in the video too.
They show it,
but I don't know if it can be that much of a bump.
I'm actually thinking they have to make it to kind of the other point, right? Like, as much as they're trying to, let's be honest, if you look at Arena in the game, right, and you look at trying to get into the top 50, the majority of a player's Arena shard is not getting into the top 50, right? It's a small percentage. A shard is 10,000. Now let's assume that and there's some shards that are even higher, but let's just say that 2,000 people are active. That means out of 2,000, 50 people are active in Arena to the point where they're that competitive. If you're creating a new game mode right? That's going to have a lot of rewards and stuff based on it, and you are not giving an opportunity for people that are not as enthralled with PvP an opportunity to really get those rewards, then I think you're possibly making a big mistake. Now, maybe it's not to the full extent, right? Like if you lose every single match and you just do all of the feats, you probably don't deserve to be in Kyber, right? But if you should maybe be able to get to that third level. So I think maybe 50%, depending on how the rewards and stuff kind of play out. And it's not going to be 50% necessarily of the whole, because chances are the first level is going to be smaller and then the next one's going to be a little bit more to get. Then each one's going to require more points, right? So it's not going to necessarily be 50%.
Message your opponent and ask them to help you by putting easy stuff on.
Actually, that is the best way to do it, because you get all these additional feats where if you can help your opponent, you get like one character.
Talking about like each other doing feats off of each other.
But here's the thing is, though, you're trying to create an instant automatic shard chat, and it doesn't work that way, right? I mean, the one time I went up against someone that I did know really well, right? I happened, and he's like, you know, I knew this player really well, and they were like, what do you want me to put on defense? And I was like, man, you put whatever you want on defense. And he's like, oh, I thought you wanted to play something special or something different. Like, go look at my roster. Tell me what you want me to put. He was willing to put down whatever defense I wanted him to put down. But anyway, like I said, it's just like quests, man. It's just like, it's going to be like quests.
Yeah, I asked people in my arena chart to help me with some of my quest stuff, like the ones where you have to beat somebody with Qui-Gon and all these kind of random things. Like, I would ask some of the people on my arena chart, like, can you just put in something easy so I can just work on it? And we rotated through and helped each other with different...
I think the majority of it's going to be the winning, losing, you know, how much you get from
I
that.
hope it does. I hope it...
I think
Ranger.
I think that's what it is.
To be like straight up... Well, here's the deal. We don't know, right? And the devil's in the details. And one way or another, there's potentially a rant coming at some point about whether. I mean, could you imagine if somebody loses Kyber because someone else did the feats? I mean, that's that's coming, right?
We'll see. We'll see. But we're speculating on our part. All right, let's go to the next topic.
All right.
And yes, Sir Loki, I do like feet. I saw that comment.
Ew.
I know you do.
He's the foot master. Got his technique down and everything.
Don't tickle him or nothing.
Do you really?
I don't tickle him or nothing. Come on,
that's
man.
Pulp Fiction, Tits McVenom.
Oh, I thought you were like really saying that you like.
No,
feet.
we were quoting Pulp Fiction.
Gotcha.
It hates feet.
I hate feet.
Would you give a man a foot massage, Loki?
All right. So really quick on the next one, we have new currencies. We have a Grand Arena currency and a Territory Battle currency. Grande already talked about that a little bit. You're going to be able to use those in order to get salvage. Then you can use those salvages in order to help you get some of the Gear 12 finishers to get you to Gear 13. So they are going to be there. You will be able to earn guild event tokens as well from the Geonosian Territory Battle. So it's not just the new guild event tokens. So you will probably be able to get a little bit of everything here. So just keep those in mind, and we'll see how it works out. Actually, I should say it's a little unclear because they say guild event tokens will be earned in the Geonosian Territory Battle. I'm not sure if we're actually going to be earning the original ones or not. So we'll have to see if you get some of the original ones too to help with that gear crunch as you work with the next one, which I think would be nice if they do give you both, but we'll have to see. So they will be, we're getting close to both of these things being released near the same time. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Okay.
And then we get to the last part of Grand Arena Championships, which they posted earlier today, which is more of a breakdown of the feats in the leaderboard.
I don't like it when you break down my feet.
Grande, you talk about this now.
I'm sorry.
No, you talk about it.
I don't have it pulled up. Let me,
I got it. I'll do it. Jesus, Grande. The foot doctor is out. So really, they talk about feats here in the bragging rights, right? Which we kind of covered already. It talks a little bit about that there will be time restrictions on the feats while Grand Arena, they can only be done while I think Grand Arena Championships is going on, and then the bragging rights is just like, you know, bragging rights. That's basically all there is to it. So it's like, hey Finn, I mean, it's not like you're gonna go to the club and be like, hey baby, you know I finished third in the Grand Arena Championships in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It ain't gonna help you there.
You know why? Because I like me some feet.
What is wrong with you, man? Get off the foot.
It's
Jesus.
funny. It's just funny. Even
That's what she
They,
said.
they
Loki-
couldn't think of any other word to use, man. They had to use
Loki's
feet.
laughing at it. Loki's laughing at it too. Come on, man. No, but and of course, all of this happens inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grand Arena. So you have to defeat 5 enemies in a squad or fleet arena
There's some examples here.
with a separatist unit. That makes perfect sense, right? Any of us can throw a Geo in and a Geo ship in and make that work. Makes perfect sense. Defeat 5 enemy units or a squad in squad or fleet arena. So this one's actually a little bit different. So, but I got to tell you, a lot of this is going to be weird, right? You win a fleet battle using endurance. Oof.
That's rough.
I mean, that's going to be real rough. So what are we going to do? We're all going to put in goofy squads so everyone can go get this thing.
I know, right?
Yeah, help each other out.
It's so basically
It's help a buddy week.
So it's going to be so on these ones like this, you're basically like you better have a battle buddy in squad arena and you better have a battle buddy in fleet arena, so that way you can be like, hey bro, go put in that weak team so I can.
Oh my god, making friends in a game. What a novel concept.
Well, but I'm just saying is that shard chat people are going to have an easier time than non-shard chat people.
Yeah,
Potentially.
It'll be fine. So
I think that's why they're doing all this, because people
to
figured
make
out-
friends.
No,
Oh,
I think they figured out that we are doing the shard chats. Like, you're trying to get rid of the shard chats.
This is actually encouraging.
No.
Just
shit.
encourages
Get out of
shard
town.
chats.
Grand Arena?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
No,
The
these
feats.
The
The
feats.
feats.
Oh, I'm talking about like Grand Arena. Like, they're pushing it so hard.
Oh,
I
no,
think that
yeah,
they're trying to.
No. We understand that.
Yeah,
I
those are for
agree
the
with you
feats.
there. But I'm just talking about the feats here, right? The feats where you
Oh,
gotta.
we need to stop saying feet.
But
Well,
that's
I
the
don't know what
word.
That's what they're called, man.
What do you
I
want?
know, but you keep like the way y'all are saying it. I don't like it.
I'm
I'm
just saying
not
feet.
saying
I'm
anything.
saying
Quit
feet.
putting me with the y'all. All right, it ain't y'all anything.
Y'all.
It's
Y'all
them.
need to stop talking about them.
It says right here, remove 4 bunions and 3 corns.
All right, Grande, you're on a timeout. I can't deal with you today. I've had too much Grande today. I can't deal. I've reached my limit. I really have. I'm about to have Titches beat your ass, man. Seriously. Look at that look. She is
such
ready
a
to
difference
do
between
it.
just saying feet grande and then doing feet and like twiddling your
Right,
fingers and like
sicko.
licking your lips every time.
Goddamn
that's-
sociopath.
That's when you go too far, grande.
Yeah, ugh, it's nasty. You're nasty, man.
Loki likes it, but McVenom doesn't.
I know,
This is
Loki.
nasty.
It's very
All right.
nasty. All right, where are we going to next? Because I want to get off this goddamn subject.
Well, one thing on that post, we were
Oh,
just
Lord.
talking
Finn,
about
you
the,
just don't get it, do you? If you
No,
say
there is something
feats,
important.
then I'm going to
In
beat
that-
your ass next.
in that screenshot where it's showing all the different feats and how many points and stuff you get. If you notice, you can see how many points that you're able to get
Yeah.
on it, right? And you can kind of see by the bar to some extent how many. Just you can kind of
Agreed.
estimate how many
You make a good
feats there are,
point,
right? So you can see, like, just on this screen alone, you have just about 300 or so, or 400.
10% basically.
Yeah, you have just about 10% just on these 4 that are showing, right?
But
And
there
that's
could be, but there-
moving up. And there's
Yeah.
probably at least another 8 on the screen based on the sliding bar. It's probably about 12 or so that you have
I would
on
agree.
this feed screen. And then one of them is one of 3. Like the first one, the Know Thy Enemy, is one of 3, which means once you complete this one, you're going to get 2 others. So
Mhm.
you're going to be able to do a lot of feats. Now, again, the question is, how far does it go, right? Are you going to be able to get 50%, 40%, 25%? Is it going to be a different amount based on each of the different levels and the different leagues? So maybe at the lower ones, you get a little bit more, but once you get into the Kyber area, then it's going to be a lot less that you get from the I'm going to call them achievements now, so McVenom doesn't get upset with me. So,
Yes.
with the Grand Arena achievements. so, it'll
Loki,
be-
what are you putting in chat? Shame on you.
Why? French tips look good, man.
He's
No.
perpetuating it. It's not even me now. It's not even me,
Yes.
man. Not
So,
even-
We're done.
so we'll be able to have. I mean, we can kind of get an idea about how
Close
many.
this out, Finn. We're done.
So
It's-
yeah,
We're
so
moving on.
It might be close to 50%.
Yeah,
just
we're
kind of-
moving on. All right, next subject. I can't take it. Too much
All right.
nastiness.
You want to go to? Let's go to the meta report then.
Okay. Hi everybody, Harry Carey here from Reality Skewed Gamers. You don't know I'm dead up here in heaven, and one thing I know about Reality Skewed Gamers is they sure know the meta report. But any jackass can see it ain't changed. So Dr. Finn, tell us the same damn thing you said last week, and have a cold Budweiser. You're sick. Don't spread your cooties to everybody else.
I am sick.
Cooties.
Yeah, Revan and Home 1.
That's been the meta report, brought to you by nothing today but Finn's sickness.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, seriously, it's
Just say we're done and we'll move on from this garbage.
I mean, what can they do in order to change it? They've introduced some new characters.
Nothing.
We've seen. We're gonna talk about Shaak Ti here in a little bit.
No, it ain't gonna affect the meta, man.
I mean, I don't know what they can do in order to fix it now because there is so much power creep between those two Revens.
It's ridiculous. There's nothing they can do. It's over. I have the high ground, Finity. All right, let's move on.
All right.
Looking at this makes me very angry.
All right.
When I used to
So,
climb the rope in gym
Venom,
class.
I am about to put the list of the shout-out word of the day.
Ooh, Loki's about to explode.
I think we should let Grande do it so we can pick on his.
Oh, yes, I forgot. We do have Mr. Potato Head Grande here. We have the lovely teacher herself, Miss McVenom. I think it is time for a reading lesson of the names with the lovely McVenom. And so the way this works is Grande's going to try to read your names. It's glorious. If you've never seen this before.
Okay, where are we posting them? Have we posted them already so I can...
Finn stuff, maybe?
Yep, they're in good
Did
stuff.
they do it already? All right,
so-
here we
Hold
go.
on, let me
yes.
pull it up so I can compare how he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Got it.
You ready?
Okay, prepare for damage.
Apropos win, Atomic Fish, Bimatsu. What? Why are you laughing? Atomic Fish, Bimatsu.
No.
Apropos win. Isn't that his name?
No!
Apropos win.
I thought that was right.
Wooing.
I thought it was right too.
Say
I think
ruin.
it's win.
It's wooing.
Wooin. I said win. Okay.
I think we should take a vote on that. Finn,
It's
Loki,
not a
what do you
vote.
think?
It's
I say wooing, but I don't think
It's a pun. It's a play on words. I propose a ruin or apropos wooing.
I think it's apropos win, W-I-N, and it's a pun on that, right?
I think it can go either way. I wouldn't penalize Grande for that.
We've only been saying wooing for like ages, and then he gets to say
I
win
know.
and change
Okay,
it.
I say it differently, but that compared to the other Grandeisms is not nearly as bad as some of the others.
I know, but we've been
I mean,
saying it for so
seriously,
long.
Find somebody more.
So
I mean,
I know, but we've been saying his name for so long. And
All right, let's go. You're giving him time to
Kick-
practice in his
kick it.
head.
Chris Coco, Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, Darth Allen, Darth Mike, Darth Revan 1023, Deadpool Kyle, Devil's Treasure, Tronic Durgan, Fatality V2, Grande Patron, Grim, Helen Nex, Hogzilla, JJ, The Crazy Nico, Jason Hobby, Jason, I don't know, Kromlick,
Chrome lick.
Krolik,
Baby, no.
Jedi Training Bogus, John Moran, JVU 420, Kashmir, Kenobi Wan, Mali, Maz Kanata, Michael.
Whoa,
Howell.
whoa.
Kenobi. Did
Whoa.
you say Kenobi won?
Whoa.
What?
Kobe
That
won.
was a whole different word. Sorry, Grande, I can't even give you any credit on that. You just like made up the whole thing.
I mean,
Kobe-
Chrome
Kobe-
lick, maybe.
Kobe won.
I feel like Jason Krulik needs to change his name to Chrome lick. Like,
I said the R. Okay. Molly, Maz Kanata, Michael House, N.R. Wilson, Nathaniel Morgan, Nev, Old Jas, Ouchie Dumpling, Raver Rick, Revenator, Rose Taco, Shadow Val, Silver Bolt, Skywalker, Vader, /Van Rhodes, Sword of the Jedi, SWU, Ephemeral Stern,
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
He does it every time.
The Hunkler, the Tor.
No, go back and say it correctly. Help him, Tits. I'm gonna die.
Well, this is what's funny. It's ephemeral is a really hard word to like
I
really
know!
pronounce and to say and even understand. Like, and he uses that every time.
Ephrail.
Ephrail.
Ephrail. Yeah. Okay. The Honkler.
Ephemeral.
Tim Van Ness. Torin Jax.
You forgot the tour.
Oh, the Tor. Vito Antu, Walter Arnold. What else? 73. Uta. Xylo 1111. And Dada Jordan.
I think that's Utah.
Uta.
Y in there.
What?
Got the Y.
My God. Uta. What about my Y?
The Y is silent, like in zebra.
Ebra.
The best one is still Chrome Lick.
Cromlick. I can't.
Hey.
Bless you, Grande.
Hold on.
You are a national treasure.
I saw that you
Oh,
did
that
type it.
Chrome Licker. Remember that?
I don't know
commercial?
why it didn't show up. There was one other ones. If you can give him a shout out, D Perks.
Well, you gotta. Okay. Well, you just did.
You can say it. You have to say his name though. I
D
said it.
Oh,
There you go. No, for some reason Nightbot didn't pull it up, D Perk. I saw that you actually typed it, but for some reason it didn't pull it up.
It happens.
oh.
Yeah, Nightbot is acting weird lately. I tried to grab everyone, but it didn't pull that in. But I did see yours, so yes.
Yes, Utah. I know it's you plus Ta. Listen, this is Grande. You have to.
Hey, what can I say? I thought it was like yucca, right?
You have to say the shout out word of the day, Trez. I didn't see you say it. D Perks said it's. I remember D Perks typing it. I just
Yeah, I'll shout you out.
because he's a DL dude.
Yeah, Trez.
Trez
He's
from
awesome,
Dark
dude.
Lords. Yes,
He's
great.
awesome.
Yeah, it's been a long time viewer.
He's military,
Mm-hmm.
so super dude.
Yep. All right. Let us move on to the next subject,
Excellent.
and that would be
Kennedy, what's
Shaak
next?
T's full gear list, if I'm not mistaken. Finn, is that correct?
Your list
Oh,
or
it's actually Shaak Ti's kit, which I think you have on the separate screen thing.
Oh, we gotta go here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me pull that up.
Somebody PM'd me. Don't worry, you got my name right tonight.
They felt pity.
I guess so. They felt pity on me.
Oh, Can't Touch This gets a shout out just because.
Yeah, we love you. Can't touch this.
No, 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 no.
All right. So, real quick before we get into Shaak Ti, I just want to let you guys know at 10:30 tonight we are dropping 2 big bombs on you guys.
One is at 10:30, the other's at 11.
One's at 10:30, one's at 11. Okay, so, and the first one will be
It's 8:10 right now.
It'll be a surprise.
it's a surprise. It's lore. We're doing lore videos, and one of them that we will be covering.
9:10 right now, Grande. So 10:30 Eastern.
Oh, D Perks just gave us $1.99. Thank you.
And gave hearts. There you go. But yes, one will be on Shaak Ti. So there you go. We will have a lore
It'll be
video for
awesome.
Shaak Ti, and the other one you'll just have to see. Which one are we dropping first?
Shaak Ti.
Shaak Ti? Well, that's going to confuse people.
That'll be at 10:30.
All right. Well, Finn, blame
Why would it
Finn.
confuse people?
Order.
We have one at 10:30 and one at 11.
Order, Finn. The order. All right. All right. So we got Shaak Ti. She is pretty pimp. I can't say anything else. This kit is freaking amazing. Okay, have you seen this kit yet?
Yeah.
What do
It
you?
is,
What stood out to you, man?
I like all the assist stuff that
Yes.
she does, and then all the dispel. I think it's cool.
Like her basic. I mean, that's ridiculous. Not only does it do damage, and I'm sure the damage will be minimal, but it dispels and then it buffs them. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she looks good. I mean, she's taking. Hopefully, she has enough to take 4, kind of whatever tunes right now.
4 clones, I guess.
and make them good. I don't know. It's hard to say right now, especially because you can't do that mass attack on Revan, right? That's the issue. on
Yeah.
Darth Revan.
Agreed.
So I mean, maybe it's enough to take Malik out. I think that's the issue right now. Is
Could be.
you're going to start seeing a lot of 7-star Maliks with 75% armor and 150,000 combined protection and health. So if it's got enough to do that, then I'm down. But I hope she doesn't fall short.
So so you've had a chance to look at the kit. You guys can go through and read all the stuff for the kit. We're not going to do that here. But
Yep.
looking at the kit, Loki, how would you rate it? Like, give it a score out of 5. What would you say, or out of 10? What would you say her kit is?
Shoot, out of 10, 10 being the highest, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna say a 7 right now.
Okay.
I'm real skeptical on it.
What are you skeptical about?
It's just the other 4 tunes aren't great unless they're gonna do rework style of the clones.
Okay. What if they add more clones or stuff like that? You think that'll help?
It should. I mean, you need to have. I think they alienated Clone Sergeant, which I think is kind of sad.
Yeah.
So you need a clone to do the buff immunity and all that. I don't see one.
Yeah.
I don't remember if there is one in the roster that does it. That's going to be an issue, but I'm going to give her a 7 for now.
All right, and
We'll see.
the team overall with the clones, which is obviously is a clone team now with her in the lead. Where would you use this? Would you want to put this? This problem to me, this is an offensive team. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's an offense team. It's probably good to beat maybe a tier 2. It's obviously probably going to be a General Grievous counter if you start seeing a bunch of droids on defense and all that. Is it going to beat a Darth Revan or a Jedi Knight Revan? I don't think so.
Wait, Deadpool Kyle just donated $20, but not $20.01. So you wanted a pickle explosion, Finn. So
That's awesome.
So we got Poopfield Baby Rangers, but he said pickle attack, and I want to see Ranger get pickled for a 4th time today. Can't wait for the lore videos. You guys are amazing. Even that Knucklehead Grande. There you go. Finn, can you do me a favor? He wanted a pickle explosion. Could you do, since it didn't do it?
Yeah, I can trigger one.
Can you trigger a pickle attack? So Finn's going to trigger a pickle attack since...
I'll try to trigger a pickle. You have to let me know if it triggers the pickle or the baby ranger.
Yeah, just do one at a time and let's see what happens. So let's do that now, and then let's see if we can...
I don't have Streamlabs open right now. Just give me 1 second so I can...
All right. Anything else on the kit, Loki, while Finn sets that up that you think about the kit? I think the kit's pretty solid. I like it. It's pretty good. She's really amazing. So, Hammond Feats just donated $5 and said, I changed my YouTube name just for Miss McVenom.
Wow, Hammond Feats? Really?
I mean, I appreciate you. I mean, even though you're trying to troll me, it's still sweet that you changed your name for us.
Hammond Feats.
I'm sure it makes Loki and Grande very happy.
Wow.
Yes. Hammond Feats.
Grande, you're on mute.
It makes me laugh.
Ham and Feats.
Sorry.
All right, Finn just donated. I think he covered this. All right, yep, it's a pickle. Well, it didn't do the pickle thing, but the pickles are flying from the sky. So here they come. Pickles are falling. Here they come. Giant pickles for BK. And oh my God. That is a mighty big explosion. Jesus. Oh my God. We're getting aftermath. It's still going. It's still going. Oh my God. Wow. There were some aftershocks after that one.
The pickle's falling? I can't see it. I have to wait for real time.
D Perks said, just donated $1.99. Says, McVie, you look good tonight. She always looks good. And we got some porgs dropping back to fill the cup. They land harmlessly against the pickles, for they are not as dense as the pickles. Wow, that was something else, man. That was some aftershock action there. Good job, Finn. That was a good pickle explosion.
Oh my God. They were all over the place.
Yes, all over the screen.
Babies and porgs flying everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like a massacre up in here.
All right. But if you guys want to read the kit about Shaak Ti, then please check it out. The other thing, too, is on the lore video, we did do Shaak Ti. I did a lore video for Shaak Ti. You will see why she has exceptional clone synergies. You'll learn why. So there you go. Something for you can listen to here in a little bit. All right. Thank Kyrell just noted $2. He said, T. McVie, should I change my name to Moist Feet?
I knew this was going to happen, man. I knew this was going to happen, man. I mean, this is the first time we talked about feet, man. This is the very first time. This is the very. I mean, we haven't even played a freaking Grand Arena.
Oh my god!
We hadn't even played a Grand Arena yet, and you know it's gonna get
I
better.
feel your anger, McVenom. Use your aggressive feelings. Kill thing, Kyrell.
It's only gonna get better.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, it gets better.
No, we can't change that slash because that's a YouTube setting. Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
We can't.
Yeah, it's
we
a
can't.
Streamlabs
We won't
setting.
let us. Yeah.
We tried. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So kind of dumb, but it is what it is. All right, that's her kit. Let's move on to the next thing, which is her gear. And all I gotta say is, what the f?
Good luck.
Again, listen, new gear, I was with you guys for the legendaries and stuff. I got it. It was like, yeah, you got to slow it down a little bit. New gear item stuff. This is a goddamn marquee character. And has more salvage than one of the legendaries.
Take advantage of double drops.
This
That's what I gotta
is
say.
BS in the biggest degree ever. This is a marquee character. This is garbage. This is a hot piece of garbage. Get the hell out of here, CG, with this crap. Really? On a marquee character? So every character we can expect moving forward is going to have this crap that you can only farm in one place that uses energy? Or you buy crystals?
Yeah.
I think this is the new normal, man.
Well, they have lost their damn minds on this crap.
I don't really
And
have an issue with it.
and it's also going down too, isn't it? Now it's in gear 8. I think it was in gear 9 before, wasn't it?
No, I still think it's the same spot.
So
So there's
we've
only
got-
2 places to get it.
No, he's talking about when it was used.
I'm talking about when you have to put it on the character.
Yeah,
You know,
I think it's
put it
down
on.
a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
gear 8, 9, 10, 11 now. So it's back to like doing Darth Revan. Really, Shaak Ti, not a legendary, just a Mark T. I got to fart around with her gear just like I did with Darth Revan.
But it's 3 of these, right? It's 3 of them. Now, is that correct?
It's just MK7, MK9s.
Yeah, there's just 2 right now,
Yeah,
but then you
just
have the
2.
Gear 12 finisher. They didn't.
I'm talking about a gear. I'm talking about no.
You're talking about the new gear pieces, yeah. They haven't added any others besides those 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, hold on. So you have. I'm talking about this Mark.
It's the battleship and the shocker prod, right? Those
Yes.
are the 2.
The shock prod. You got 2 shock. You got 1 shock prod at gear 8. I think it's the first time we've ever seen it at gear 8. It's been
No,
at gear
Revan.
I think
Darth
so.
Revan.
Oh, Revan was also at 8.
And then you got it again at gear 9. Thankfully, you don't have it at gear 10. And then at gear 11, you have another one of these things.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4 levels. Just
Well,
like.
there's not. Yeah, there's not one at gear 10 though, right?
Yeah,
I'm
nothing
trying
at
to
gear
think.
10.
Padme had 3, or was it Malik that had 4? I think Malik was the one with 4. Maybe Revan had 3. But nonetheless, those are ancient, legendary.
It's really grumpy. I mean, it's really kind of scummy that they did this. I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is a marquee character. Come on, if you want to do that for
Are
legendaries,
are we for sure going to get this character as a marquee?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's confirmed.
It's already in one of the posts.
Okay.
Mobile Gamer confirmed that. So
It was in one of the posts too, so.
yeah,
But,
so
I mean, I'm not necessarily too upset about
well,
it.
you should be, Finn. It's a
Because
garbage move, man.
Kinda. You know that they have to put some gears
On a
behind
marquee.
the paywall, right? They have to put some gear behind the paywall in order to get people to buy gear. And they have been increasing, not a
The
lot.
gear
but
crunch
they-
is crazy right now, and they just did Gear 13.
They have increased the rate in which you get your stun guns.
Oh my god!
Especially veteran ones,
Yeah,
it's been
this
showing
is
up a lot
stupid.
more.
This
think
is dumb.
I actually have to side with Ranger on this. It's a little bit too much on this character.
I think it is too much on a marquee. I would have probably gone instead
the
of
thing.
4 pieces on or 3 pieces or 2 on each. Probably would have
9.
gone down to 1 or
Here's
something.
Here's
but-
the other reason why I think it's a little bit too much. You remember when they did this for Padme and then they gave us a bunch of Padme stuff because they realized it was too much?
Yeah.
And then this is the same as Padme.
This is, I mean,
So-
Padme had 3, or what? I mean, did Padme have 3? It doesn't matter. This is a
You
damn.
know what I'm saying though, right? Like it was too much on Padme. It's not.
I mean,
So too much on Padme, and then you give us some gear to compensate. Like, does that mean it's too much on Shaak Ti, and you should give us some gear to compensate here? Like, I'm not.
you need 200 stun guns. I mean, just.
It's pretty steep, man.
It's steep, man. That's pretty much a low blow there, CG. I was fine with what you
Especially
did for the
considering,
legendaries.
I mean, Loki said it best. He said, she's a C tier B tier at best character, right? So, I mean, and you're basically saying is, let's say you got rank 1 in arena and rank 1 in ships every day. I'm not saying you do, but let's just say you did. If you did, it would take you just for these pieces.
10,200 crystals.
It would take you, well, I'm just talking about just for this rare piece. I'm not talking about everything else, but it's going to take you like 28 times 3. So it's going to take you a bunch of freaking crystals, man. To like 6 days if you just bought it. It's a long time on one character.
They're out of
These
touch on
little
this
seats.
one.
I've
been singing CG's praises for a little bit, and
they're out
a
of
lot of
touch
the
on
stuff
the gear level.
they're very much out of touch on the gear stuff. It's ridiculous. They have not. There's been no. Hat sucks. I did another hat today. Gear was poop. I mean, they still haven't addressed that. So I mean, it's really bad. I mean, this is one thing where, with all the good stuff they've been doing, I still will call them out when they I think they're just dropping the ball. This is retarded. I can't defend this CG, on a marquee character. Kiss my ass. So there you go. Man, that's just greedy. That is straight up greedy. It's greedy. It's greedy. You got all this other stuff you're going to make money off of, but you just can't help yourself. You got to go that one extra mile to piss me off, because I'm going to look at this from the community aspect. I'm like, really? You're already kicking the crap out of us with gear, even for his veterans player. I can't even, new players, it's even worse, and you're going to drop this crap on him on a marquee? I wouldn't spend a dime on Shaak Ti based off that information. I'll wait till she comes free to play, and then I'll work on her later. How about that, CG? I'm going to encourage everybody not to spend on this damn character. Now, some people will, but I'll do everything I can. Y'all going to keep pulling this crap on marquees? I ain't going to help you.
I feel like they could have done. Yeah, I'm with Ranger. They really need to reevaluate gear, man. Which of course gives me a little bit of heartburn about potentially what we're going to see at Gear 13.
Oh my God, I can't.
A little bit. I mean, a little bit, right? I mean, if we're kind of, we feel like there's, again, right? It's some new gate pieces, and the potential is here that you're going to get half the stuff you need for the recipes. Anyway, I feel like they need to completely reevaluate.
They really do, man. This is out of touch. All right, what's the next subject? Let's keep it going because Finn looks like he's about to pass out from death.
No, I'm fine. And let it be known that I've been consistent. I didn't have an issue with the Padme stuff at the beginning, but they did.
No, I didn't have any problem with the legendary stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, but it's legendary. I'm like, okay, it's a way to stop. I got it, right? But
I think they need to increase the drop rate on the node. I don't necessarily mind that they have so much gear on Shaak Ti. I think the drop rate on that node is ridiculous.
Check Reddit for what?
There is a new, I don't know about the Reddit one, but there's a new post. I put it in Finn stuff for you, Ranger.
Okay, give me a there.
TV, something like that.
It's about the
Dark Side one, right?
Oh, we got breaking news. Dun 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 dun, dun. Breaking news. All right, we're back. Okay, I did the little thing. And let's see here. So I'm going right to it. So Dark Side Territory Battle Geonosis qualifications requirements. What? Okay, we wanted to talk to you today about Dark Side Territory Battle Geonosis and how a guild can qualify to play it. Before we dive into the specifics of qualifying, I want to lay out our thought process in order to provide context on why we have qualification requirements in the first place. Oh Lord, I feel I'm about to rage. Let me. First, we decided early on in the development of Geonosis that we would be running Geonosis congruently with Hoth. We weighed the pros and cons of running them back to back versus running them congruently, and ultimately decided that we didn't want to ask guilds to engage in such a heavy coordination exercise, in addition to territory wars coordination. If we have territory battles every day, you'll end up overlapping with territory wars, which could be exhausting. And we've talked a lot with our beta testers about how the game can already be demanding for veteran guilds. Okay. Second, Geonosis is intentionally much more difficult than Hoth. As the game ages and rosters become more developed, we want to continue to push the challenge of our game, endgame content, and give you the opportunity to use your best squads in a challenging PvE scenario. As such, Geonosis has a fairly steep, difficult curve heading to later phases and later encounters. We had concerns that if we generally let any guild go in and participate, there's no way to abandon a territory battle like a raid. That guilds could get stuck participating in an event for days that there are no way able to do anything material. It's important to note that the Geonosis is shorter than Hoth. Hoth is a 7-day event, and Geonosis is a 4-day event. Okay, so the content is tougher and more demanding, but we made it shorter to offset some of the intensity. Geonosis correspondingly also has 33 stars due to its short length, each star being much more harder earned. In short, a guild must have at least 80 million GP. Number is largely final, but we are still testing it, so subject to change if needed across its members to participate in Geonosis. We believe that guilds at this level will be able to check out the map and attain a couple of stars. While that is the minimum level of GP a guild needs, and we want guilds of different GP levels to participate, players at that level will find it very, very challenging. In line with our goals to continue to provide more and more challenges, we expect guilds will be acquiring significantly fewer stars than they do on Hoth, and that the number will rise as they plan and strategize. By giving you a specific, you must be this tall, we hope that it cultivates the conversation with guilds to something more directed. We're going to have a follow-up post on more information about the battle, and are eager to hear of questions that may arise based on everything we've said so far. Geonosis is intended to be an aspiration for guilds to band together, strive for the toughest content, and get the best rewards. This is already true of Hoth and the Sith Triumvirate more broadly, but we also wanted to see if we could help focus the guild towards what the end game looks like.
Oof.
Wow.
There's a lot to digest here that I don't think is necessarily right.
So you got to be in a top guild, and everything is going to be like a Malik event, right?
Well,
From
80
day one to
million
day
isn't.
4.
80 million.
No, that's just to go in, sniff, look around,
just to
get
go
shot
in.
in the face, and then they
Yeah.
get nothing.
It's
So
in-game content, so it makes sense, right? And 80 million isn't top. That's an average of like 1.6. So
Yeah,
it's not a huge GP.
7 million. It's not huge.
I don't
but,
think 80 mil is middle of the road, though, is it?
no,
probably
Just around.
no, I think it's a little bit more than that. I mean,
It's a little bit. I mean, again, right? I mean, what would it take for someone to get to 80 mil? I think a couple of my alts are 80 mil. So you're going to need to have players that are at 85 and have been 85 for probably 2 or 3 months.
But why are we doing this?
It's not uncommon in any game to have a minimum requirement to go in.
I guess.
Carrie has said before, right, that this is she kind of views this as a mobile version of an MMO. Now, maybe that mindset isn't correct, right? So that's kind of a separate discussion. But she has said before that she kind of views Galaxy of Heroes in that MMO type of mindset. And so in most MMOs, typically you have to have like a certain gear requirement to even get to some of the higher end content, right? Like the earlier raids you keep on doing, you get yourself a higher tier of gears, then you're able to go into the other
Yeah, I
ones.
can see it from there.
And
that makes
if
sense.
they're trying to scale the difficulty to be 80 million GP, and I'm just going to throw this out there, let's suppose that they just opened it up to everybody. We saw what happened with Heroic AAT when it first came out. We saw what happened with the Sith Raid when it first came out.
You're going to
have people going in under geared, right? Under GP, struggling, and then complaining that the content is too hard.
That's true.
So why bother with that and just say, yeah, we're designing this for at least 80 million to go in and get 1 star, and even that we think is just borderline. So you guys decide. But if you're under 80 million, we don't want you bothering spinning your wheels and going into this rate. I don't necessarily see what.
I see your point. I kind of can see Finn's point on the 80 million.
Yeah,
now. I can kind of see it. They're gonna run it at the same time as the other TB. It sounds like too, right? So Darkside runs at the same time as which Hoth, the light one or the dark one?
Probably, I would say
the light one. I think that's. I don't know.
I don't know.
And then
I get why they're doing that with Terry.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
totally get that one, because if they ran this concurrently with the territory war and a GA going on,
it'd be really tough. It'd be really tough.
Cats will be sleeping with dogs. I mean, it's going to get crazy up in here. You know what I'm saying? So, wait, Merc and Feet just donated $2.
I'm spending $2 to troll McVenom. I love it, Merc and Pete. Thank you.
Someone continue.
Is that Thane?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I don't know. Their name is just Merkin Feet.
Merkin Feets.
Oh God.
I love it. I love it. You troll her all you want.
When she kicks your ass, I'm just gonna laugh. Look at her face. I
So,
can't do it. This.
again, right? What's it probably going to take? No, that's not me. Thane Kyrell tagged him. I wish it was. He says, I wish it was me.
Oh, oh my God. Sorry.
Good old Merc and Feet.
Merkin Feet.
Merc and Feet.
Jay. You are on the list now.
Oh no, not the list.
You were one of my.
Oh no!
All right. So back to this Dark Side territory battle. This Dark Side Geonosian one.
Yes.
are
Your
we
thoughts,
seeing
Grande?
Are we seeing anything else here?
Well, what are
really?
you seeing, Grande? What are your thoughts? Let's get your thoughts.
The timing. I mean, if we can kind of guess that probably in order to max star this thing, you're going to have to be pretty high, like 285 million GP.
You think that
Something
high? 33?
Probably.
I was thinking. We said it was going to be above 250. I think the goal's probably going to be 250 to 260. That's my guess.
Man,
I
I'm
think it's
thinking.
Well, they
be
said it's going to be
higher.
hard.
Yeah.
That's
the
pretty
problem-
hard. I'm in a guild that's 225. To get 25 more in GP,
Well,
that's going to be
keep
crazy.
in mind that you still need at least 220 something in order to 48 star Dark Side territory battle. Right.
And
So it's still a steep thing there, and this is happening at the same time that they're going to release Gear 13, right?
Yeah.
So Gear 13 is going to raise everybody's GP in terms of the maximum possible.
I'm saying it's 280.
I think it's going to be close to about an average of about 5.2 million per player, roughly. That's probably where we're looking at, and then obviously once you get to Gear 13, the maximum is probably going to get close.
They're saying it's only 33 stars, so it's not lasting the full number of
Yeah,
days.
so all the
Yeah, it's only 4
hard
days.
content is like crammed into 4 days, right?
It's only 4 days, so we can basically.
Yeah.
So it's basically so the first day you got 6 stars, and the second day you got 6 stars. So we're basically chopping 12 stars off.
We
right?
don't. They could make it 6.
But we don't know how they're going to
12.
organize it. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can organize it and still get the 32
Hey,
stars.
Christopher Burkett just subscribed. Thank you, Christopher.
We're and to what you say, Grande, we're always making an assumption, right? We're assuming that the territory battle is going to be structured in the same way that the current territory battles are, but only 4 phases, right?
I can't imagine it's going to be, a ton different. We can start to look at the map though and kind of start to figure it out, right? That we can for example, there's only 11 zones, right? 33 stars, right? It's 11 zones. So how many ways do you want to structure 11 zones for over 4 days, right? To me, it's probably something like 3, 3, 3, and 1. Right?
Did they mention we're going to start off with, is it
Those
Dark Side first?
2 zones day
think so,
1.
Yeah, we're doing Dark Side TV first.
Yeah. 2 zones
Okay.
day 1, and then 3 zones the other 3 days is probably what it is, right?
Mhm.
That would make
That would add up to 11, yeah.
that would, so that's probably the way it works, which means day 1 there's no ship zone, days 2 through 4 there's a ship zone,
Could be.
right?
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, I'm just sitting here trying to work it out, right? Based on the information we have. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying.
Where are you
No,
seeing
no.
the 11 zones?
So, well, I'm saying we 3-star the zones. There's 33. 33 divided by 3 is 11.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there because I made this suggestion and I don't know if they're gonna do it, right? The thing that I hate the most about TB is the fact that there are 2 different zones for characters and guilds needing to coordinate the deployment. I think that is one of the most asinine things about territory battle.
It's for sure going to be the same way. Dude,
See, I wish they would just merge it and have one zone for 5 or 6 stars. And you can have the exact same GP needed for each of the different stars, but in one zone that has more stars. I really wish they go in that direction and don't make it so we have to worry about deployment.
It's a reskin, man. It's a reskin. I mean, it's got to. I mean, everything about this, whenever I look at it, looks like a reskin. It doesn't look like it's. I mean, it even has the same name. I mean, if it was something else other than a reskin, they would call it something else.
Wait a minute,
They
when you
don't.
keep saying reskin. Reskin of
It's a reskin of another TB, which means we're going to
like
change
just
up some.
exactly the
We're going to
same.
change up the numbers, change up the number of days, change up the number of zones, change up what we fight, but effectively the mechanics are the same. That's why it's called a TB. If it was something else, we'd call it a, we'd call it.
Well, we don't know if they're going to try to do something different with the stars or how it's going to be played out, or if there's a raid boss in here, how many stars you get for being the raid boss. Maybe that's the final, big piece of the day. You get the last stars from that. So there's a lot of stuff here that we don't really have enough information on. So we'll have to wait and see on how that kind of plays out. So, well, that was a nice little bomb dropped on us.
I feel I kind of feel for it, right? I mean, we kind of already knew there was going to be. Thanks for the cheer,
Thank you.
MMRSG.
That's grim.
Okay, sorry. I feel like that. We already knew there was going to be a lot of player migration already, right? Because there's always player migration when there's new guild content.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be exacerbated a little bit because of this 80 mil number.
Really?
So now
I don't think on the bottom end it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think more on the top end it's going to be
This
more
is less
effective.
than 2 million GP average.
1.6 or
I don't think
1.5
guilds are
roughly.
really migrating that much.
No, not at that level. I think it's going to start affecting guilds that are, struggling to get dark side territory battle. Now this big monster comes in, so it's going to be an impact on those kind of guilds trying to
Somebody
figure it
said Shaak Ti will be required for at least one special mission.
out. Oh, you got to know. I mean,
Remember,
come on.
Almost definite.
No, she won't. Remember, we are playing.
We know
as the
she wasn't. I know, but somehow it'll get screwed up and
Well,
she'll
we
get
are
popping
the
in there.
I think she'll be in platoons. I think we'll have light and dark side characters put in platoons for sure. But remember,
But I'm saying she'll probably be in light side TV. Maybe not dark side.
Right.
Yeah.
Light side.
Remember, it's
She
dark
won't
side.
be in this as a required character.
No.
She'll be in it as a platoon person.
We hope not, right?
be
Wait a minute,
platoon
I'm doing
day
dark
one.
side and there's Jedi here. How is this playing out? I don't understand. All right, so that was fun. Let's go on to the next thing because we got questions.
Well, let me ask really quick. Is there anything that bothered you about that? About anything that they put with regards to Dark Side TV?
Well, you do, Finn. So speak your piece, brother.
No, I don't actually. But I thought, like, as you were reading it, I know you sounded like you were getting ready to rant.
I really was, but then I'm like, I'm going to save it because at this point it's like, okay, so they're going to do a minimum lock and all this other stuff. There's more I need to get more information about how this TV is going to play out before I do anything. So I don't have enough information to really,
I'm glad we got this post. I really.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna put it out there for Top Hat. Doling out the information a little bit at a time, I think, is a good way to do it. And it keeps people from getting too freaked out.
Yes.
So,
All right.
They're gonna freak out at every little spot anyway, so may as well slowly
it's-
over time rather than one big freak out of awfulness.
Okay. Next one is where are we taking this ship? On Future of the Fleet. That was a lot of information. I'm not going to read all this, but general synopsis. Finn, tell us really what this is about real quick.
Hold on, let me get the post up so I can kind of read it a little bit. Sorry, I was looking at the other one, so I lost my place. Here we go. Okay, so Fleet is obviously meh.
Very
That's all I
meh.
can say. It's meh. We have 96%, as we saw in the meta report, 96% home one. Been kind of boring. So they did kind of like a mini Q&A off of their dev post to talk a little bit more about ships. So the first question is, how long have ships been in Galaxy of Heroes? I think most of us know that it's been about 2.5 years. It has some changes. They were holding on to some batches, then they had some changes and all that kind of stuff. So That's not anything terribly special. The next one, can you tell us a little bit about how ships have evolved in Galaxy?
It's a history. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and it kind of just goes through the history.
How many ships did you have last year? Okay, speaking of
this, and then they launched Ships 2.0 a year ago. It was our first foray into making significant changes to the base ship combat.
They talk about capital ships.
Capital ships, synergies, all that kind of fun stuff.
What they can do with the MILF being a disaster, how to diversify, any new mechanics, and then if there's a possible raid. Those were the big things that came out of this. Ships needs some love, man, and it needs an overhaul. It is one of the most boring. I find it just boring. I don't find it in any way invigorating to play that damn thing. I get into the top 50 and I just don't care, you know. And it's pretty much if you have the MILF or you don't have the MILF. I mean, it's been like this for a long time, and nothing's been done. Now, they're saying they're going to do capital ships. They're looking to do some stuff to break up the meta. They're talking about maybe a ship raid, but I don't know when any of this is coming. And the problem is that ships is dying as something that fans enjoy. There are fans that enjoy it, but, I mean, the repetitive nature is just like Arena for me. With the meta, the Darth Revan meta, it's repetitive, it's boring, and it's just old already. So
I basically just use it as crystal income.
Pretty much.
I mean, my fleet chart is pretty much set in its rotation, and you know, guys just get to where we want. I mean, the biggest thing that happens in ours is people get mad because certain people climb before other people are able to go. Before other people, are ready to climb, and so people with later payouts get in the way of people with earlier payouts. Or we add a new guy or subtract a new guy, and somebody gets mad that they didn't realize somebody else was in the thing. But that's it. I mean, the real reason why I play ships is because I like Zetas. If you can get more Zeta. We're all over here wigging out, about what happens in a GA and what happens at a freaking TW. And if you really want to get Zetas, do well in ships. If you really want to get crystals, do well in ships. We can all talk about how it sucks, but in an entire year, you can get 4 Zetas from TWs if you won every one of them. You can get like 7 Zetas from GA if you won every one of the GAs. You can get like 16 Zetas from ships if you take first in ships every day.
I mean, this thing that we're still figuring out what the next big thing is for ships. Still? You're still trying to figure out what the next big thing for ships is?
I mean, I honestly am okay with that.
Let it die.
I mean, so here's the problem, right? The Ships 2.0 is honestly, it's a massive fail. I'm sorry. It is. It has reduced competitiveness, right? Part of that is with the power creep of Houndstooth and Millennium Falcon. Han's Millennium Falcon, right? The combination of those two is just a lot of power creep. And it's a lot of power creep in a game mode that doesn't have a lot of ships to really play around with to begin with. And their issue was initially that the original ship lineup with the 5 and the 4 was leading everybody to use the same ship lineup. Well, you're already back to that, and you're seeing that same thing in Squad Arena, right? Everyone is either using Darth Revan or Jedi Knight Revan for the most part. Every now and then you see somebody with the Padme or the CLS, but no matter what, everybody gravitates towards the most powerful team. The games, the way that you have been working on the games doesn't lend itself very well to a rock, paper, scissors meta. You keep on power creeping yourself. And so part of the issue is that they have to continue to build it upon itself, but they're not doing a very good job of it. And I'm okay with them going back and saying, yeah, we haven't done a good job with ships. Ships 2.0 was not working the way we were hoping it to be. And rather than continuing this kind of pointless endeavor into Ships 2.0, we are looking at other things. We are looking at pilotless ships, right? Maybe they're looking at a different mechanic for ships altogether. I've mentioned that you could use characters potentially as kind of like ship mods, where different factions provide different bonuses to ships, and you can use whatever characters you have without any specificity on putting them in there, because you're seeing that with Squad Arena anyways, right? When was the last time you saw General Kenobi working with Jedi Knight Revan? Right? It doesn't matter. People will find the best characters to go with the best team. So I think I'm okay with them saying we're going to wait on ships to unveil anything huge until we have a little bit more time to evaluate it and figure out the direction we want to go. There's a big hole with the fact that there's pilots required for every ship, and we can't just release them as fast as we want. Yeah. So I'm okay with the way that they worded this, basically saying, yeah, we're still working on it and we need to develop a little bit.
You've had this much time. What's the deal?
They're not focused on it.
I know.
And obvious. They're not focused on it.
Well,
so
I'm
take
not
your
focused
time.
on it either.
Leave it as a game mode where people can, exactly to what Grande said, leave it as a game mode for people that have and want to do ships to get extra Zeta mats, and just leave it.
Yeah.
I literally just farm it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember the last time I lost a freaking. I can't remember the last time I lost a battle. I mean, I might lose. You know, I mean,
we spent too much time on ships. Let's move on. I hate ships.
Okay.
All right, next thing is the Night Sister Anakin P3 loop team. I didn't even know that this was. You know, they're quantifying this because, yeah. So who was it? Operation Metaverse put out a video about this, and as a team you can use for Phase 3 with Anakin, and now it's being considered a loop. So. You know, unintended interaction between Mother Talzin and Jedi Anakin taking a bonus turn.
But it's actually a pretty interesting post. I don't know. It basically says, yeah, this is an unintended loop, so we're going to work on it. But right now we have more important things, so we're going to leave that loop going for a while. Is effectively what they said, right? We're working on Grand Arena Championships. We're working on the new territory battle. Sith Raid is getting kind of old right now, so we're not too worried about it right now, but we'll work on it later, so we'll address this later.
I bet you it's 8 weeks. We got 8 weeks before they even...
Probably.
Yeah.
So make use of it.
In 8 weeks, man, you could freaking...
Yeah, and they're all pretty much characters that are useful anyways, right? And you don't really have to do much with Initiate. Initiate needs to die, so that she's constantly called back. But the rest of the Night Sisters and Anakin, yeah, they're good characters. So you have some time in order to make use of this.
Yeah. But it will be addressed eventually, so there you go.
No, it'll be evaluated on whether or not it needs to be addressed.
There you go. My
yeah, I mean, if Sith Raid becomes completely pointless for people and nobody really cares, then just leave it.
With G13 coming... Potentially,
G13 is going to be a game changer, man. It's like
G13 could make
who cares?
Where we don't even care about this loop team anymore, right?
Exactly.
I have a loop team for Heroic AAT. If I pay attention, I can clear it.
Again,
moving on.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing.
All right. Next one is Capital Games Charity Event 2019, June 22nd. Save the date. It's that time of year again. Join Capital Games Live in raising donations for UC Davis Children's Hospital. And you guys know we are big here about charities and raising money, so let's see some skewers out there supporting a good cause. So 22nd, we have partnered with Extra Life, Children's Medical Network Hospitals, and UC Davis Children's Hospital. But we need your help. Join us live on Saturday, June 22nd, as we play games on Twitch for 12 hours of gaming and charity. Now, how come they didn't reach out to us? We the masters of charity stuff, man. We'd help, but
they've done this for 3 years. They've done the same charity. They've done it.
Bring
on
in the
Twitch.
masters. Let's get that money for those kids. Let's do this.
I think it would be great if we were able to, play with them a little bit. I know, a bunch
we can
of
help. We'd love to help. Yeah. I mean,
here's the deal. I know a bunch of people on Reddit were really trolly about this post, and I felt like that was kind of crap.
Trolling for why? It's a charity.
I'm telling you.
They think of any time that you're not spending on the game as you not doing your job.
Oh,
well,
go stab yourself in the neck.
Not only that, not only that, they also said that, oh, great, I'm going to donate to charity and the company's going to get a tax write-off. Like, people on Reddit it got real bad. It got so bad that Crumb got in there and was like, you guys are sick. I think this is a great thing.
Yeah.
I think this is a great thing. I think every time that the employees of CG do this, and it really is.
They supported our charity. I mean,
they've supported our charity. I think this is a great charity to support. If you actually click the link to donate, the link goes through Tiltify, and you personally can get a tax write-off for it. So it's not. Anyway, he's doing this charity completely right. I think they're doing a great thing. I think how they've done it is great. I have zero problems with it. A lot of our friends are going to be on there. I've talked with crazy excuses. She's got a time where she's going to be on there and she's going to bring her dog. And so it's
Oh,
going to be
cool.
super awesome to
Maybe
see
we
Crazy.
can get Ultimate Chicken Horse with Crumb.
I think that would be awesome. You know, I know in the past, CG Ryan has done it. Lucifer's Daddy's done it. I don't normally see Carrie on that thing, but you see a lot of people that you don't see a lot on there. They don't spend a lot of time talking about this game. They spend a lot of time basically playing the other games. A lot of older
I
stuff.
cannot. It
And
doesn't
last
surprise
time, didn't they
me.
give the hint of Django? I'm pretty sure that's when they flashed the little
Yeah,
it
Django
could've been.
figure to give us
They
the hint
might.
of Django marquee, if I remember correctly.
They might have. They might have done something where they gave us a couple hints, but I felt like they did a great job with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they'll do a great job with it again.
Finn was trolling last year. I mean, it was funny.
I
I
told
was
him a
telling
little bit.
jokes. I was
Yeah.
telling jokes with John
were-
Solera and Crumb, and
They're
and
pretty. They do a really good job on it.
Yes.
I kind of enjoy it.
I
You
won't
don't
be
have to
able
donate, but if you want to support, just the cause, that's great. It's a great cause. Charity work is charity work. I don't.
And how they're doing
God.
it is great. We do a lot of charity work here. We have in the past, and so I mean, I feel like this
People
is
on
a great
Reddit
one.
that say that crap should just do me a favor. Hold your.
Reddit is such a dumpster fire.
It really
It
is.
can be pretty bad, man.
They just need to hold their breath forever.
You know what I like about Reddit is the Stardew Valley forum. That's the only thing. All innocent sweetness. Everything else is just garbage. They're all.
Oh god! Now everyone's gonna go in there and troll it.
Don't do that. Don't ruin.
Don't troll CG on this. Now, if you want to troll the dum dums that are being trolly, then yeah, go for it. But not.
Anyway, I felt like Crumb did a great job on this
Jesus.
post and on responding. He did respond to the trolls.
It's just they are sick, and you should just. You're.
No, I don't.
despicable
You'll
human
run them
beings.
both, Chris Coco. Not run one. You'll run them both.
Oh my
Same
god!
time.
All right. That's
Really quick, on that note, somebody just messaged me, so I wanted to just give a little shout out to Pilar from the Alliance community. She had messaged me and she posted it in our community announcements channel in our RS. Her best friend's son, who's 14 years old, is having surgery tomorrow for removing cancer from his throat.
Oh god.
Oh, dang.
So, if you guys aren't aware, it is basically very similar to what Stu had. I don't know the specifics of the cancer, but Stu also had a neck surgery in order to remove his thyroid cancer. So he's 14. He's having surgery tomorrow in order to remove his thyroid. And so he's getting more chemo and radiation, and he has other surgeries. So if you guys go to our community announcements, there is a shirt that you guys can buy for the Sonic Strong 2019, and the proceeds go to a nonprofit Patches of Light that help families with sick children. So go check that out, and if you guys are able to, please get a shirt and help donate to that cause as well. Lots of good causes available for you in the community if you guys want to help, and it'll always be greatly appreciated.
All right. All right. So that's all the news right now. We got a buttload of questions, Finn. Let's try to get through as many as we can. We got to do the Twitter stuff first, right? So let's do the Twitter stuff, knock it out. We'll let the lovely McVenom pick the one she likes. So remind the folks what the Twitter question was, and let's give our responses and see if...
Hold on. So there is a post from Crumb, and I'm trying to find it to make sure it is real, but it looks like you will not be able to do both TBs at the same time.
What?
Pick.
Yeah,
Really?
hold on. Give me
I saw
one
that
second.
too, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so Crumb posted and wrote, they will run simultaneously, but the guild's officers will choose which one your guild will participate in. You
okay.
can't do both GOTB and HothTB at the same time.
Okay.
Where did he post that at?
It is in a TB both or choose thread. I'll post the link in Fin stuff if you just want to bring it up, Ranger.
Yeah, let's bring that up. I want to make sure this
To
is...
which somebody responded, then your team doesn't understand the definition of concurrently. Bless you.
Yeah, it is very possible concurrent. They
are running concurrently, but you can't run them concurrently, right? So you have two events running at the same time, but you have to pick which one you want to do. So it's not technically wrong, it's just confusing.
Yeah. All right. So there we go.
But at least he clarified.
He did clarify.
They'll run simultaneously, but the guild officers will choose which one you want to participate.
Oh god.
Okay, well, we got clarification.
Yeah, the events running concurrently doesn't necessarily mean that you can do both of them. So it's not one and the other, but yeah.
Yeah, the events run at the same time. You have to choose which one you. It's like when the movie's playing. When two movies are playing at the movie theater, you can't watch them both at the same time. Gotcha.
Exactly.
I could, Rondé. I'd be right in the middle of both theaters with one one eye looking this way and one eye looking the other. It can be done.
Oh man, no, this is. But again, right? What do we got? Is it? Here's the deal: is it light side or dark side TB? We're gonna have to choose on. I think this could be really kind of
depends on where your level your guild is. If you've already like light side, or if you
potentially it's both.
Yeah.
So you remember the way that they did light side TBs at first, right? When we just had light side TB, the frequency was more, and then we got dark side, and it started alternating. We would have that too, where dark side and light side.
But this is going to be confusing. One of them is 6 days, and the other one is 4 days, which means potential. Anyway, you see how this is going to be a nightmare for the calendar?
Maybe, unless what they're doing is that if you're a higher GP, then you can go with the 4-day event and you get 3 days off. But if you're too low of a GP, you're not going to get as good of rewards.
I blame you for.
So if you're going in at 80
I blame Finn.
That's the minimum, and you're only getting 1 star, and you're trying just to do this for 4 days, well, you'll get maybe 1 star, but you're not going to get nearly as much rewards if you just stick with your 7th-day Hawk TV. So, I mean, it's not much different than when we have to. I mean, the difference is the time scale, where it's 4 days versus like 7 days. But it's not much different than picking which tier of a Sith raid you want it to do. Right?
That's true.
Whether you're going to do 5 or 6 or 7, and how long it's going to take because of the resets and all that. So
it's fine. All right, let's get to the Twitter stuff, and then we're gonna get through as many questions as we can, guys. There's a ton of them, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to them all, but we'll try to get to as many as we can because Finn's on it like a blue bonnet. All right, Finity, let's do this Twitter stuff, brother.
All right, let me refresh it so we can get all the. Oh wow, we have a lot of responses. Okay, hold on, let me refresh one more.
Say the question.
Yeah, I'll repeat the question. I'm just going through this to make sure it's all there. Come on, get to it again. There you go. Aha. All right. So the question is, what clones do you think will be coming next into the game, and why? God. So the one, Clone Star.
Oh my gosh, favorite already.
We meet again for the first and last time.
The next one, Clone Trooper Han. We already have Stormtrooper Han and need every edition of Han we can get. # make a second all Han team.
That works for me.
Next one, another Revan clone because the last one didn't make enough money.
Oh, well.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Second favorite.
Next one, how about Clone Trooper Revan, who makes the clones meta? It already has been established they can make up Revans, so what's one more? Then we can have rock, paper, scissors with all Revans.
We'll have Dance Revan. We'll have Dance Disco Revan.
God. It's so hard to put pictures.
Just read it. It's fine.
I'm gonna see if I can get you here. I'll put the link in FinStuff Ranger if you can bring up the image for everyone while I read it. There's a couple of them that I think have images, so I want to make sure. So that image, I think this question is misleading. Everyone assumes Finn asks about clone troopers. What if Finn is asking something else? I fear CG has cloned their PR person, Middle Finger Tao.
And I shall call him Mini Tao.
Dr. Evil Mini-Me style.
I can't see something.
Wait until you see the stream. It'll pop up. You'll see the picture. God.
Breathtaking. Your stock's rising, Finity.
God. Alright. You see it now, McVenom?
No?
Look on the stream.
Hold on. Am I behind?
Yeah, you're probably behind. It's on the stream now. That's what she said.
Oh my gosh, it's capital games to the middle finger.
You already probably know who did that. Okay, next question.
I think we know that was Hellenix.
Next response,
Very
Emperor
good.
Palpatine from Dark Empire 2, because he's badass and the game needs a younger version of him in the game, ready for synergy with his apprentice Darkside Luke.
Word?
That'd be pretty cool.
I just had my. Oh my gosh! All right, whenever we get done. Okay, I have a point whenever we're done with this. Sorry.
Okay. The next one, can we clone
Word?
Hellenix? Because he is awesome, this game needs more Hellenix.
Oh, for
That was
God's
actually
sakes.
not Hellenix. And I don't think the world can take more than one Hellenix.
That's
Awesome. He's
too.
actually really awesome.
One
He's super awesome.
He is amazing, but we only need one.
Next one, 99 Hermit Yoda 2.0.
Okay.
Hermit Yoda.
Oh, that's no. 99 is the original clone.
Mhm.
Dingoes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Next
90
one, Clone Trooper Ranger J 1999, because science and lore. He's also Revan instead of a clone.
That one too.
We should make that happen.
Next one, I think that Kix would be coming to the game since Shaak Ti's kit mentions healer stats and he was the clone medic. Also, Wolf and Gree would be awesome additions too.
I think so. That's a good call.
I think so.
All
Those
of
are-
Delta Squad would be an awesome.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then the last one, and I'm going to refresh one time because I think we had that. The last one, let me check. That one. Yep. So the last one, thought we already had that. Jedi Knight Revan. A clone of Thrawn, a clone of CLS, a clone of Night Sisters.
Oh. Okay, so that's my third favorite.
All right. What was your top three?
My first one was Clone Star. What was it? Clone Star? Is that what
Yes.
it said?
Clone Star.
Yeah.
The Schwartz is strong with this.
And the other one was
Which one?
I can't remember. Was it the one about another clone Revan because the last one didn't make enough money?
Yes.
I thought that
Another Revan clone because the last one didn't make enough money.
I think there was another one that I really liked.
The last one. Wasn't it the last one that we just read that you said, oh, yes.
Yes, that one. Whatever that
Okay,
one
there you
was.
go. All right. Who were they, Finn?
Okay, and the last one was, thought we already had that, Jedi Knight Revan, a clone of Thrawn, a clone of CLS, a clone of Night Sisters. So that one was Fatality V2.
Oh, very nice.
Then we had another Revan clone because the last one didn't make enough money. That was Hogzilla. And then Clone Star was Grim.
Very well done. Good.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Clone.
Let's see how well you handle it.
Oh. Hey there, Maro.
It's the Mario.
Maro's got an awesome channel for FIFA.
Hey,
FIFA player
I like that
on
already.
All right, Grande, you had a point that you wanted to make?
Yes. You're on mute, by the way, buddy.
He's not talking to us. He doesn't have his headphones on. He can't
Alright.
hear a word we're saying. We can say whatever the hell we want to him, and he has no clue. Oh, look, now he has.
Now he's got his headphones on. And you're
now he can hear us. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was talking to my children.
That's
no
okay.
worries. You said you had a point that you wanted to make.
Oh yeah. Okay. So about the choosing between whether or not you do one TB or the other.
Yes, go for it.
So we have a new currency coming. Does that mean that the guild event token currency goes away or turns into that new currency,
So-
or do we have guild event tokens and then this other new currency? So we have
And-
two currencies.
So
Yeah.
Nathaniel Morgan, when I asked that earlier, had posted in the chat that they said that you would be getting both from the new TB. Now I'm trying to find it, but I don't know if someone.
I'm just sitting here. So we were talking about, okay, so potentially you run a guild, you're in a guild and you don't have Malik, or you just had Malik, and you actually need to do the lower TB in order to get more currency for Malik. So you actually would run the lower version to get the more currency. Like, this could get really confusing.
Potentially, right? We need to see. We do need to see what the reward
This could
payout
get
is.
really confusing really quickly, or you have a guy who maybe missed Malik, but for whatever reason, he's in a really great, he's in a 220 mil GP guild. He gets Malik the second time, right? And now he actually has to leave his guild and go to another guild that's running the Hoth raid so he can get enough
Maybe.
currency.
It all depends, right? I mean, we don't know what the payouts are. You can have more.
We don't know what the rewards are, but the
rewards from special missions within the TB, right? So that can increase it. I mean, there's a lot of ways they can balance it out. We need to wait to see. They do need to release that. I think you're right, because it is going to be a major guild officer decision to try and balance the original guild event tokens versus the new ones. People trying to get Malik versus trying to get the Gear 12 finisher pieces. So there is a lot that we're going to have to balance. They do need to make sure they give officers plenty of time to see what the rewards are from both, including these special missions, and what the reward rate is on those. And also having an idea of the difficulties so guilds can know how many stars they can realistically get and what payout they can get, right? That's going to be also really critical. So I think we'll get that information in time. We'll see how it balances out. But yeah, I agree with you, Grande. That is something to be concerned about.
All right. Let's get to questions, because we only have so much time to get the questions before everyone passes out and dies. So, Finn, rapid fire.
We didn't really have much news today, so I mean.
Yeah, not a lot of news. What?
What the hell?
That was
Loki.
awkward.
Loki, I'm sorry.
What did Loki do?
Cracking me up in chat.
What did Loki do?
Just being Loki.
I called you cute.
I know, it's just
In
cute.
Spanish.
Spanish in chat. It's just super cute.
You make her blush with everything you do, Loki. Have you not realized that?
Teals just donated $3.69. He says, "Giggity! The Twitch group is fun."
Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that contingent. Boom goes the dynamite.
I know. Teals does his donation, and then contingent follows it up. Says, "Boom goes the dynamite." So be ready for some pickle explosions.
Should I release the pickles? Let me know when it's done so I can release the pickles.
Oh yeah. It didn't do the.
I'll release the pickles.
But we got some Poopville Baby Rangers coming in. They are pretty dense. So here they come. They're kind of okay. They didn't counter-activate themselves. Okay. Oh yes, there was some launching. The Poopville Baby Rangers did some good launching there. All right, go ahead, Finn. Go ahead and do the pickle explosion.
They have to say poop-filled Baby Rangers. Can't we
That's
say
what they are. They're Poopville Baby Rangers. You want me to say shit instead? I don't know. What do you mean?
Oh my god, no.
All right.
Kaka.
How much did it donate?
37. We got it. Here comes the pickles. So this should really launch some stuff out of here. Here we go.
They like extra explode. Like they have like pent up kinetic energy.
Yeah, those pickles are something else. Here they come. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Did we get left off of one Baby Ranger? He's still in the stratosphere. Has he come down yet? No, he's on the side. He's on the side. Oh, and a port came back into the cup. Wow, he got launched so far, I could just barely see him on the side. Damn. He got launched into the heavens. Woo-wee. All right, now everyone's speaking Spanish in chat. I have no idea what you're saying, so I can't help you.
I'm blubbering in Spanish because I don't speak it.
Oh, well, then that's bad. Okay, let's get to questions, Finn.
All right. Let me get to the questions again. Did I switch screens? All right. So, let's see. Where's the first question? Try to get through these. SWU, Efrol Stern. Question, how could they change the clone's attack mechanics to get around all of these tunes that nullify attacking out of turns?
Loki, what do you think?
Wait, say that again?
Oh, wait, we just got a donation from Tills, $22.22. Now that's going to drop the pickle explosion. He said, now drink that cup, biznitches.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Wow, thank you so much for the... There it is, the pickle. The pickle has arrived. Oh my dear Lord, there's some stuff in there. This could be bad. There's more pickles flying in.
And Grim did a cheer.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, oh wow, it launched one of the pickles out. Jesus. That one has some, not as much of explosion, but damn.
Ooh, what are you drinking? What are you drinking, Tits?
Pickle juice.
No, this would actually be that Mountain Dew.
Oh, I thought it was pickle juice. I thought you were like you.
I like the way you say it. Diet Mountain Dew.
That Mountain Dew.
Listen, y'all, you don't know me. I'll talk how I want.
I've been on a water or wine kick. That's really about all I've been drinking. Water, wine, or coffee. And so I just kind of wanted something acidic tonight. I don't know.
I feel like Mountain Dew tonight.
So when you're trying to figure out what to drink, water, wine, or Diet Mountain Dew.
You go that Diet Mountain Dew down here.
What are you laughing confident, Loki. Stop.
Oh.
She does the dude,
All right.
Loki.
All
So
right,
back
let's
to the
read.
question. How could they change the clone's attack mechanics to get around all of these tunes that nullify attacking out of turn?
You know what? We're going to have what I'm calling a substitution. Loki, you're always quiet. You never answer anything. We're going to rapid fire the shit out of Loki right now. So Finn, all the questions go to Loki because it's always me, Grande, or Finn doing a lot of the talking. So Loki, you're up to bat, buddy. Represent RSG well. Finn, give him the questions. See, this is why. Bang bang, got you. I knew you were paying attention.
Starting off strong right there. All right. The question is, how could they change the clone's attack mechanics to get around all of these tunes that nullify attacking out of order?
Nullify attacking out of what? Like Dark Revan? Is that what you're talking
That's
about?
the only one I can think of.
That's
What
the only
else
one
are
I
there?
can think of
Who
too.
doesn't assist?
Padme,
Dave?
technically, right?
I mean that. Okay, so the Shaak Ti clone team, it's gonna die to Days. So you have to put Rex on the team, I guess, and then that takes away a leadership that you could use somewhere else. So it's kind of, I don't know, man. It's I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think I see your point though. Like, do you want certain clones to attack at a certain time to get a benefit? I mean, I don't know. You know, it's,
I mean, they're missing two things that, and maybe it'll make the team OP, right? But I think
they're
missing
missing a taunting tank. That's what they're missing.
Well, you can
Because
kind of get
Fives
the
isn't
taunt on
gonna do
Fives.
it.
Well, he can if you get it on him because he's going to generate so much turn meter on the team.
Yeah, but isn't GK the only one that gives him a taunt?
Shaak Ti can with her unique because Fives is a tank. So if she targets him with the special, he gets taunt and crit immunity.
Okay,
He would be nasty, but it's only one taunt, right? The problem is there's no
Yeah.
dispel. There's no like basic dispel. You have to wait for Echo to come back in order to do a group dispel, right? And you don't want to use Shaak Ti's other ability to get rid of taunt because you want the mass attack early. So they really need to get like a dispel with basic or a turn meter gain with basic, and that would make that team just like supercharged. But that could potentially make it OP too. But
Okay.
yeah,
Next.
it needs to take a bunch of turns, and then it needs to have all the cooldowns reduced. And then I think it's got a shot.
All right. Next question for Loki and Loki only.
okay, the question's from Durgan. Who will we need to unlock Ranger Danger Revan?
Ranger what?
You saw me, Loki, in the beginning. I was all rain. You didn't see me when I was all revened up?
I did, man. That was awesome. That's
Really
awesome.
was.
I did. I called you out on your batteries if you had your batteries charged.
I always take care of my lightsaber.
You'll need Ewok Finity to unlock them.
All right. Ewok Finity. That's been so let it be written, so let it be done.
Yeah.
All right, next.
All right. So let's start getting through some of these quickly here. Shea Locomotive, the player lock on Territory War in Grand Arena does not work. Why would CG not put this at the top of their priority fix list when it literally hinders the integrity of the PvP game? They did, right? They kind of pulled it.
Because it works just enough, yes. It doesn't work 100%, but 90% better than no percent.
60% of the time, it works 100% of the time, Loki.
50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
That's
So
right.
That's how they think.
Look at all these big numbers we're throwing out there. Grande looks like he's about to pass out. Grande, do you need like a soda? Some coffee?
I'm sorry. I'm reading.
Oh, okay. I was worried about you there, buddy. All
I'm
right.
reading.
bit
I'm reading.
Angry? Are you a bit angry?
Are you angry, Grande? Do you need a hug?
I'll get over it.
Everybody send hugs to Grande in chat. He needs hugs right now. Everybody hug
Want some
Grande.
Diet Mountain Dew, Grande?
You want some Diet Mountain Dew, Grande?
I'm not really into diet. I'm not really into diet drinks, man.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, next question.
Caligula, Pippin, Papa, Doxicopoulos. I have a feeling he's quoting one of us, but he says, who spoke the following immortal words? If they pull this S, we get a bunch of new companions that you need for a dark side Revan. I'm telling you now, I'm going to have the biggest rant of my life, and then I will quit this game.
Ranger.
That sounds like Ranger.
That sounds like Ranger.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. Similar question, Shadow Veil. What would push you all to the limit to rage quit the game?
If they stop caring, I stop caring.
Stop caring, or if they destroy team-based things in the game. Territory Wars is my favorite.
Yeah, because
That nearly pushed me over the edge by dropping it.
I think if they kill guilds, I mean, I think that's the direction they're going, honestly. Everything's like solo
Unfortunately.
now, right?
If it happens,
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, they're trying to salvage it, I guess, with Dark Side Territory Battle, and that's about it, right? They're like, oh, well, you got to be in a guild that's 80 mil GP and this and that, and we're gonna make it super hard, so all you guys got to be OP and ready to go. But yeah, if they killed the guild thing, I think I'd probably quit. I can't play with Grande anymore. That's the problem. That was my retirement plan, was to go to Grande's guild. So
We always have a plan. We have like 6 dudes right now trying to work out a plan. So I promise you
It's a
that
good plan.
there are people smarter than me.
All right. Next question, Darth Revan 1023. What do you think about Grievous hit points in the post that are going to be 96,000 HP? Do you think he might beat Darth Revan and Malik teams?
Not when they get the same kind of bump.
Yeah,
No,
Malik is going to be
yeah,
ridiculous.
Malik's going to be.
Malik's
You think Grievous is bad?
Yeah, everybody's gonna get a bump, man. And so when everybody gets a bump, and everybody gets a quasi similar bump, will it change certain characters?
Malik's
Maybe.
going to be 200,000
Well,
combined.
Malik is actually going to have the least, right? Because his is so much based on protection, and there really aren't any Gear 12 pieces that really give protection. They all
We
get
haven't seen the last piece yet.
Yes, we haven't seen the Gear 12 finisher. Potentially that gives protection, but otherwise he might not have a big boost.
Well, and potentially
don't
going
need
to
much
Gear
more.
13, he also gets one, right? Because he's going to gain more protection at Gear 13.
Yeah, with just the increasing of the gear.
I'm telling you, the guys. You think there are going to be some sleeper characters, some sleeper teams that maybe go from a B team, or maybe go from a C team to a B team, or maybe go from a D team to a C team. But I doubt you're going to see our top 4, 5, 6 teams really change that much.
Right.
The reason
I
reason those teams are there has to do with their damage output. How much damage do they get, right? And how much damage do they bring versus anything else? And you can put some of those teams up against teams right now that have huge HP pools, right? I mean, some of the largest combined HP teams in the thing.
It's unbelievably huge.
They still beat it. Anyway,
So huge.
I'm
It's
talking too
bigger
long
than
on this
Diet
subject.
Mountain
Go.
Dew. Next question to
Can't touch
Loki.
this. What are Tits' thoughts on the dev effort and resources devoted to making a title for one person who did something crazy?
I told Can't Touch This. He's trying to get me all worked up and riled up. It's not going to work tonight.
Wait,
What?
you know what he's talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, I do. The one guy who got a single thing, but they say they don't have resources to do like 6 in the game because they don't have the.
Get riled up. People want to see you riled up.
Drink some more Mountain Dew.
They like me more mellow.
That's a lie. You know it.
That's
Okay.
right.
Next
Like
question.
Venom
I'll buy
as
a Mountain Dew.
mellow. Shit, I drink that Mountain Dew it when I want. I don't do McVenom.
It was at this moment Grande realized he messed
you
up.
take my voice and take it to the most extreme hickish point that it can go. Like I probably
Well,
sound that
Grande's a
way
little
when I'm really
hickish
drunk.
himself. I mean, let's be real. It's a natural changeover for him. So, all right, next question.
I think it's probably too late now for this one, but maybe next time. Apropos Wu and put, I have my kids in the tub while the stream plays. Can they have a Ranger bath song? We'll have to do this next.
Aw.
You gotta, Finn. When you see those, we gotta catch those, man.
We should catch him. I didn't see it either. I would have said something right
I
away.
would have done something.
I like pickles, says Maz Kanata.
Oh, she's put
So
$20
do
and what's
I,
Oh
Miss
my
Kanata.
God, we got another pickle explosion about to
Why
happen.
do you say these things, Maz?
Aw.
Seriously.
She likes pickles. I like pickles too.
Man.
Durgan is going to screenshot these and put it everywhere. I'm telling you right now.
Well, that's
God.
Durgan's problem. But
Durgan, be
Maz,
nice.
you, there it is. There's the pickle. Oh my God! It didn't even. Wow, nothing landed, and then it already started shaking. Wow, they're scared. The pickles and stuff inside are scared. Here come the pickles themselves. We had Oh my God! Something got launched in the hemisphere. Oh my God!
Let's see this. When is it doing it?
Okay, let's see. The one's still waiting to come down. I mean, that sucker went to the hemisphere. It still hasn't come down. Oh, there it is. Wow. God, that took forever. That was a hell of a launch there. Damn, that like 10, 15 seconds it was still going up off screen. Jesus, that was a good one, Moss. Congrats. You had the highest, I think the highest thing I've ever seen because just waiting for the time.
Wow. Okay, now it's showing.
Isn't that crazy? Wow.
All right. Let's go to
Woo!
the next question here. Wargle 128, CG posted that they are going to nerf that Night Sister Anakin P3 team. Do you think they are going to gut Night Sisters or remove turn meter gain by?
Nah,
We
they'll
we
just-
talked about this. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier with Finn. You could actually just move the debuffs from Night Sister Initiate's basic to her special,
Yeah.
and it would basically stop the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
And I don't think they're going to do anything. By that time, it's going to be Sith is going to be such an afterthought for most people that it's not going to be even worth it to do it. Let the lower people get their Traya.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Traya is like the fourth best team right now because people are using Padme even more. So,
Honestly, most people are running those raids. I mean, most people that are running the raids hardcore are running the raids for gear at this point.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Next question is NR Wilson. Favorite fast food pizza? Mine is Little Caesars.
What's yours, Loki?
Fast food pizza.
Isn't all pizza fast food?
No.
No.
There's some good gourmet pizza.
Yes,
places.
there is.
But you can all get it as carry out, right?
Yes.
I don't think anybody will know mine, but maybe Ouchie Dumpling. There's a grocery store called Harris Teeter here, and they honestly have some of the best pizza. They
Okay.
have like a little pizza
Like
deli.
gas station pizza or something.
No, it's like a grocery store, like a grocery store market, but they have like sushi bar, and then they have a pizza.
Mine's
little-
Papa John's. Mine's Papa
Doesn't
John's.
every grocery store have that?
No,
Mm-mm.
Oh,
just Harris Teeter here.
Yep.
right.
Mine is Pizza Hut, but Little Caesars is the best taste to cost ratio of any pizza because
This
it's
is
so
true.
freaking cheap.
All right.
Why would you
I'll
bring
say- I'll
math
say
into
Domino's.
food?
Yeah.
Like,
Taste
why bring
to
math?
cost taste.
It's because it's stupid
you know
Finn.
that Little Caesars on their box actually has an award for that. I can't remember the exact wording, but they do have a like little ribbon award thing on their boxes.
We may suck, but we're cheap.
Yeah,
Such
that's exactly what it is.
Sheldon,
Next
man.
question.
100% that. Okay. Next question, Little Bones. How much do you think Gear 13 will increase our GP? Probably about like.
No.
I mean, it's just one piece, and then accumulating it. It's probably going to be close to about 600 a character, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be somewhere around there.
Yeah, not much.
Atomic Fish, what is your best guess of the new Meta Breaker character upcoming probably soon, since Darth Revan event coming this soon, and probably Malik as well?
You won't see him one for another 3 months at least.
Hey, here's the thing. It doesn't. You don't. Nobody has to switch guilds for any of this stuff. We can just buy the gear in a month or two, right?
That has nothing to do with Darth Revan or Malik.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway.
Next question. Grande just
I mean-
destroyed that.
What in the world?
Grande he just in his
His
own little
conversation just keeps going in his head.
I know, it's like, what do you think about the current air quality over LA? I like pie. You know, I really love pie. It's delicious. Lemon meringue's my favorite.
Dominoes after the next question. NR Wilson, when do the protection bumps take into effect? I think they said at the same time that the Gear 13 pieces are introduced. Which will
Yes.
probably be-
My guess is that we're gonna have to download from the App Store or from the Google Play Store, and whenever that happens is when a bunch of stuff is gonna change.
All right, next.
All right, Helenix, why call them Grand Arena Championships or whatever? They're tournaments 3.0. For me, until we get a replay button, I may be salty.
He's salty.
He's not wrong. It's one of my 4 pillars to why tournaments and why GAC is broken.
But we talked about that in depth, so let's go.
Let's see. Question for the lightsaber builder extraordinaire. How many Loki trips to the casino equal a full roster at Gear 13? A full roster at Gear 13.
Yes.
My guess one. Because Loki is that.
One. He only needs one.
He didn't even have to go there. He can just plan to go there, and they send him like a big check saying, "Hey, you're coming here. Let's go ahead and
Loki,
get this out of the
oh,
way."
Loki, right this way. We've got your money. We're already ready. You don't even have to play. You know what? Just play for fun, sir.
So when we go into Vegas, we got to plan that. trip.
Soon, TM.
Yeah.
Get it over with.
Hey,
They.
man, I keep seeing all these cheers falling on the regular.
That's Twitch.
That's
They're
Twitch.
going on Twitch and giving us.
You can
cheers.
donate through Twitch.
But
We're donating
we're not
on-
streaming on Twitch right
You don't
now.
have to be. Our channel's always
But you
active.
don't-
You can always do
Our
that in
channel's
chat.
always active. You can always
Is there a
donate.
way that we can see who's doing it so we can?
Yeah, it pops
Yeah,
up.
it's Grim. It's Grim. It says
Yeah,
it.
Graham
The
and some other people.
overlay is hiding. The overlay is hiding it. The
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I can't see it on here. I just want to make sure that we're acknowledging the people that are doing
I
it.
did. I said thanks in chat.
yeah.
Yeah, many times.
Every time he does it, I say thanks.
Okay, great.
Speaking of which, Dane Kyrell Kyrell, a question for Miss McVenom. Can you look a bit more bored while the men speak? That's because we're mansplaining and I'm drinking my Diet Mountain Dew.
Y'all were probably talking about fleets at the time, or Grande and Finn were
For
going
the
on
love
about
of God, go to the next
10
question.
Oh my God!
Please,
Finity,
God, move to the
Finity,
next question.
Finity, you have to curate these a little bit and know the one you shouldn't read and just skip and go to the
Please,
next.
God,
Well,
next
everyone likes
question.
to see the McVenom questions and the reactions.
Please, no.
Slide Rhodes in the new Grand Arena Championship. Should I go for the victory or for the defeat? It depends.
Next.
You get it? Defeats?
Yes. Defeats, yes.
I got it.
Please,
Yeah.
God, Finn, stop. Move on.
Thanks for the biddies. Thanks for the
We only have a few
donation.
more questions left. So, Jason
Thanks for the
Kralik,
donation.
what are your thoughts on the possibility that guilds have to qualify to even attempt the GOTB? T-Money and Warrior talked about it being based on info being data mined. Well, now they've confirmed it, right? Since you made the comment, and I don't think we have much of an issue with it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, I still think it's a little bit to be determined, right? There's some, again, that's the details and the specifics that matter,
Yeah,
right?
We need more information.
Thane Kyrell, question for RSG leader Affinity. Why isn't the highest tier of Patreon called the Grande Patron?
It's actually a really good question.
It is not a bad
We probably will introduce a new tier of patrons soon. Just
called the Grande Patron.
Yeah. To which Grande responded, "Great question, Thane Kyrell."
That's I did say that.
So Thane Kyrell, question from McVenom. I recently became a gold patron, soon to be called Grande patron, which means that I get to watch your roster reviews live. How much are you going to enjoy that? That look of disgust on her face is that's okay. That's what it is. You got that look of disgust. That's what it is. What else? 73 question.
I mean, how much longer you're gonna poke the goddamn bear, you psychopaths?
The Dooku Newt gear pack, not their shard packs, are $19.99 each. Are they worth it for an occasional dolphin? I can't remember. They weren't worth it, right?
No.
I don't think these gear packs were worth it for Newt or the Dooku
No,
gear pack.
we didn't think so. No.
Brendo Macabo. Question: when they add the $20 shockers to the Gear 12 finishers, how nuclear is Ranger's meltdown going to be?
We already saw, so move on.
Yeah. Chicken 8212. Question: tell us how you really feel about the shocker CG gave you. Yeah.
Nobody. Okay, I just want to mention here that Teals actually gave us 250 bits on Twitch.
What?
So thank you very much, Teals.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, Teals.
More stuff coming in. Yeah.
You.
I mean, Grim did. Grim's probably done 105-bit increments, but Teals did it all as like boom.
Thank you, Teals.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
both so much.
Yes, I much appreciated.
Very much appreciated, guys.
All right. God. What else? 73 is McVenom's list like Psycho's or more like Sheldon's? Because being on one like Sheldon's list sounds kind of fun.
No, it's more like Steve Buscemi's.
Teals just
Oh.
dropped again. Teals just dropped again another 300 biddies on Twitch. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teals. All right.
I love Tiggle
Ray
beans.
Rock. Question: you guys think after the initial Shaak Ti marquee event, will CG put a special mission on TB Geonosis for Shaak Ti shards?
I don't know. That's a good point. Oh, wait. Slashfin Row just did another $20.01. That means more pickles for Maz.
Aw.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Thank you, Flashman Rhodes.
green pickles
is
for
gross,
Maz. Here it comes. Wait, where's the yelling pickle thing? Oh, I didn't do the yelling pickle. I don't know why.
You didn't
Oh,
yodel?
there it is. Here it comes. There it is. Here come the pickles. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. We have liftoff, Houston. Oh, my Lord. Look at that. And stuff is still falling from the sky. Look at Jesus. The
Ooh.
pickle's getting launched. Oh, my God. It's madness. It's insanity. It's I don't know what's happening anymore. My world is turned upside down. Ryloth Laku just subscribed. Well, hey, Ryloth, thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. God, there's more stuff from Tills, more stuff from Tills, more stuff from Tills. My God, what in the hell's going on here?
God, there's such a huge explosion everywhere.
Just stuff flying everywhere into the cup. The cup of plenty been filleth and runneth over many times tonight. Jeez. Wow, more stuff coming in. Okay, more stuff. What in the name of tarnation is going on in here?
That was all of the questions up to an hour ago, so I think that's a good stopping point.
Yes, because we got more stuff coming in here. We got more stuff.
Hey, if people are still donating, I'm not going to stop talking.
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay, we'll answer more questions as let me see what questions I can find. You guys are keep
Hold on,
donating.
I'll be right back.
Jesus.
So, NR Wilson question: is it confirmed that Geonosis TB will give both Guild event currency and Mark II Guild event currency? I remember reading it. I haven't been able to find it yet.
Where did you read it in the forums or
I'm
like
pretty
in Reddit?
sure I read it in the forums, but I'm trying to find it in order to confirm. And I can't remember where I read it, and I know Nathaniel Morgan said that they said it too. I'm trying to remember because I'm fairly sure that I saw it, but I can't recall 100%. So I will check. If somebody has the post, then you guys can post it in the chat, and that way we can get it. I'm fairly sure that it's there. So, yeah, James Ferris is saying too that it will be. That's what I thought. It is on the forum somewhere. I can't find the post again. That's the problem. But I think it is confirmed.
And Nathaniel Morgan said it is confirmed. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Remy Vinette stepping up.
All right. Next question, Nathaniel Morgan. Question: will they make Rolo and IPD farmable so you can do Geonosis if you don't have them? I think they almost have to, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no other way to get them. So if you're going to make it so that guilds have to choose between the two TBs, you pretty much have to. So, yeah.
All right. Okay, I think the donation train slowed down a little bit. I think we need maybe one more question, and then we can wrap it up. I think we're there. Okay.
John Moran question: how do you think Shaak Ti will need to be modded? I'm thinking offense set with a crit chance set.
Oh, it's totally offense with her speed too. I mean, her speed
I think
is
it's speed.
Well,
She's
yeah, I mean speed,
speed.
but the secondaries will be, or the primaries, offense, crit chance, things of that nature. You can do a speed set, but I'm thinking for the primaries or things of that nature that we can go with more offense because you want offense as much as humanly possible in that. So
Actually, let me take a look at her multipliers. So her basic is a 1.7 multiplier, which is pretty bad.
I knew that, but I mean,
her special doesn't have. Her only attack
maybe
is her basic.
That's true.
There's
so
no reason
maybe.
for offense.
So I'm losing my mind because I've been streaming all day. So yeah, I would actually make her health and protection. If you can make her super tanky, and speedy,
Speed first, and then health and protection.
Yeah, and then have her just rock and roll and sending people in all the time. I think you got something win.
Tenacity.
He said tenacity.
Tenacity would be good too.
Tenacity.
That's a good call. Yep, I
To
like
avoid
that.
the
Nathaniel
days, it
Morgan.
makes sense.
Yep, make them tenacity and just like.
But speed would be the main thing, right? Because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to get her to go as soon as possible. She gets
He
35 plus speed and everything.
He said if she gets day's shock, though, she's done.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point, Nathaniel Morgan.
She has a base tenacity of 52% as it is right now, which is actually fairly decent. So you can get her tenacity pretty high.
Finn, someone said that the post that you were looking for was from Top Hat, where he talks about the currency.
Not Top Hat. You're talking about it was from CG
Cyanides.
Yeah, they got it linked in there. Morgan Carter did. So thank you, Morgan Carter, for that. So, wait, we got.
But reading it wrong.
Here comes
Guild
Ray
event
Rock
tokens.
dropping in more bits. Jesus.
Yeah.
It said drop it
says
like
Guild
it's
event
hot.
tokens
Drop it
will
like
be
it's hot.
earned
When
from
the kids try to give it
GOTB
to you,
in
drop
addition
it
to
like
the
it's
new Mark
hot.
II.
Drop it like Sorry, I was singing the song. Oh, we had some
Were you
spillage.
just dancing too?
Snoop Dogg. When the pimps try to get with you, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, there you go. So
100 biddies
that's
from Ray Rock.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for that, man. You guys have been great with the donations tonight. Very much, very, very, very appreciative.
Freaking awesome.
Super appreciative.
So super appreciative. Man, bear, pig.
I'm actually over here. We're now having a conversation in our chat room on Twitch. It's so awesome.
You know, I never
When
even
we're
thought
not
about.
streaming. Awesome.
That's pretty cool though that you can be chatting in Twitch and talking, but we can't stream there because it has to be exclusive to Twitch. That's kind of cool feature, so people can see that. Like, what are you guys talking about? We're talking about blah blah blah. We're over on YouTube, so that's kind of cool. I like that. All right. And what's going on? Hit the little diamond icon. What's the little diamond icon? Oh,
That's for the bit donation.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
All right, we're done with questions.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, our peers, our fellow skewers, we have finished yet another Wednesday night stream. Now, there will probably, I don't think anybody's going to the after party. I'm exhausted. Finn's sick. Maybe he'll hang out there a little bit. McVenum's probably going to be up early in the morning. Loki has to go win more tens of thousands of dollars. Oh, wait. We just had a new follower. Merkenfeet is now following us on Twitch.
Oh, my gosh.
Thanks, Merkin feet. You got them sexy Merkin feet.
And then Teals just cheered 1,000 times. Thank you, Teals.
Teals cheered 1,000? Holy moly, dude. That's awesome.
Merkenfeet is scum.
Jay. I hate both those words now.
Whoa.
Now.
Well, I hated the first word. Now I hate the second word, and especially them combined together now.
We combine our powers.
Thanks, Teals.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Teals,
Teals.
man. Oh, my God, I'm dying.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Talk about trolling, man. Jesus Christ.
Wow, what was that?
Oh, Rise
that
of
Teals?
Rise of Honkler is now following us on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated. Woo!
We still have stuff going. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Not really. We
I
kind
need to go to sleep and drink some Diet Mountain Dew.
Well,
Yeah.
Grande, yeah, we gotta go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
You know, so
can we at least continue it on in Discord if there's...
you're more than
Yeah.
welcome to go hang out on Discord. I'm going to eat and go die.
Grande's like,
'cause
my kids are in bed. I
Yeah.
got the whole
I
night.
can do some stuff I can't
We got
normally
like
do.
10 people in Discord right now.
Yeah, go hang out. Have a good time. We hang out on Discord all the time. We're just exhausted, Grande. It's my fourth stream. Finn's sick as a dog. Look at him. His face, he's almost as white as I am. That's a bad sign for Finn.
That's because he's been in the basement that long. He needs to get out and get some fresh air.
That's right. Finn, you need to go get some fresh air, buddy. So I'm just saying.
I've been putting them into my computer for the last 2 days.
Yeah, so a little bit of electrical. And then Loki he's not interested. He's ready to go do some pimp stuff. So
Loki.
look at that Punim. You know that's just
So handsome.
sex appeal all over the place.
What he did, or not having even eaten yet.
Oh my gosh, let's get out of here. All right, let's wrap this up then. All right. Why don't you just, you got to speak up, Loki. I can't read your damn mind, dude. So, all right, here we go. We're going to, let me get to the Patreon first. We want to shout these guys out first. So, we love all our Patreons, but we love these folks. Just, I can't say enough about them. These people go above.
We have a lot of great
lot of new gold Patreons. Thank you very much. Now, with the Patreon thing, we've updated it. So a couple things. So for Patreon, if you become a Patreon supporter, we do fun stuff like Tits' roster review. We've done a mod workshop. You guys get full access to stuff before we put it out. We'll give you fun stuff like that. And if I'm doing mini roster reviews and stuff like that, you can pick my brain anytime. Don't need to donate anything like that. And if you'd like, once you become a Patreon, if you have a full in-depth roster review we do for lunch streams, you can move your name to the front of the line. So you can definitely do all that kind of stuff. And they're still donating. I'm getting pinged in the ear. It's fantastic.
It's awesome, dude.
Yes, it is.
You guys have been amazing today.
But yes.
I just want to shout out, let's shout out everybody who donated today.
Yeah. Oh, just too many. I can't keep track, man. It's just too many. I've shouted out their name as we've done it because it's been so many I couldn't keep track. We started from the lunch stream. We went to the mini roster reviews. People were doing it, and then now here. So yes.
So many great subs and stuff today.
Yeah, so many people subbing.
Give me like a minute and I can get all the names of people that donated.
Oh, you can do that. All right, so Finn will put that together. So real quick, we just launched on the site. We have our first lore video up, right, Finn? 10:30. All right, Finn died. So
I'm on mute while I'm trying to get everything.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
nodding my head.
Okay, yeah. Well, we can't hear your thing. So the first one will be Shaak Ti. We just launched it. So if you want to go there and go check that out, I highly encourage you. Our first lore video, please do. It is now out. And then at 11 o'clock, right after you get done with Shaak Ti, we got a special another lore video coming out for you guys right after that. Done by yours truly, Ranger J. I'm going to be knocking these out as much as I can. You guys wanted it, and this will just help us not have to answer a million questions during streams. So anytime there's a new character or event or anything like that, I'm going to be knocking out. Not only am I going to do for the characters that come out, I'll try to bust those out as quickly as possible, but I am going back and I'm going to do some of the other characters for you guys. So please go check that out. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. More donations coming in. I can barely talk because my ears are just ringing. Oh, it's fantastic. All right, that being said, so check those out. Those are up now. Leave comments, stuff like that. Now for this tonight, thank you for our gold Patreons, and let's end the stream. And I think some of the folks will go hang out in our Discord. If you're not joined our Discord, I highly recommend that you do. In our Discord, a great, wonderful community of people. I can't speak highly enough about them. And this great folks to ask questions about the game. Just be social. Come in, meet some great folks, have a good time. We're always in general Discord talking at different times and hanging out. It's really a wonderful community. Now for us, schedule-wise, we do this stream every Wednesday. We've got streams coming up. We do a whole bunch of stuff, guys. Let me break it down for you. Wednesday night is this stream, the longest-running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. Saturdays, we do the Jedi Academy for this game, where we bring all the best and brightest of Game Changers and YouTubers together, and they do nothing but a Q&A fest for you guys. So if you have questions and you want to get your answer from Warrior or Jedi Master Dasher or T-Money or good old Maurice, Remon, I mean, just down the line, you've got the best and the brightest, and then we mix in us and dumb it down a little bit. So that's Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Now during the week from 12 to 1, and usually goes over, but from 12 to 1 is our lunch stream. Hang out with you guys. We do a roster review. I roll mods. We talk about mods, and then we answer your questions real quick. And then during the week too, I do mini roster reviews. In the afternoons, I'm trying to do them a little bit more later, like around 5, so you guys can have a consistent time with that. A lot of people like that. So we do mini roster reviews as well during the week and on the weekends. And then a couple other games. Battlefront Tuesdays and Fridays. I'll be playing Battlefront again Friday with just Ian and the crew. He's a YouTuber. You should check out his channel for Galaxy Heroes, but we play Battlefront. Sundays is our D&D campaign. If you've not checked out our D&D campaign, it's on YouTube, and then you can check out the rest of the episodes on Twitch. People really like it, so we're going to continue doing that. So a lot of great stuff coming for you guys, and we're glad to have you here. You're welcome to reach out to any of us anytime for any of your questions. We're always available. We may not respond right away, but we will help you out as much as we can. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for spending your time with us. It's very much appreciated. Thank you all for the donations. With that, we bid you a fond
You guys
farewell.
did awesome. Yeah, thank you.
And let me shout out the donators.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Finn, and then you can close us out.
And then we can end it here. So on Twitch, thank you to Grim RSG, Kalessin Roke, Deteal Smurf, Grande Patron donated, Ray Rock, Merkin Feet, and who followed us, Rise of Honkler that followed us. So thank you all for following and subscribing and donating the bits. And on YouTube, for those of you guys that donated to Super Chat, Deadpool Kyle, Contingent 33, Revenator, Deep Perks, Hammond Feats, Dan Kyrell, Shay Locomotive, Teals, Maz Kanata, and Slash Red Rose.
Very nice.
Muchas
And all
gracias.
the people in Twitch, can't thank you guys enough as well. So with that, good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for the lunch.